muted the entire time. Fuck me. Well.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well.
Well, the stream is now unmuted.
Yep.
Welcome back, kids. You saw us moving around a map. I'm sure it was fun.
Found a pit fiend and didn't make a deal with it. So I guess so some of the orbs are connected to magically connected to stones, and the stones are unlit, and it looks like they're off. Is that the summary?
Essentially, yes. The summary of what has happened up until now in the session, just quickly for the stream, is the guys managed to go into the engine room, found the engine room, went into the engine room, then went out, found another room, which is the floodgate control chamber, the floodgate chamber access, and now are in front of the controls to the floodgates. And Sigus, it seems that everything is powered down. However, you can tell that these controls, if they were powered again, would work.
Okay. Are you guys okay if I try and clickety-clackety this to try and see? I don't think it'll work, but it's worth trying before we go looking for power to turn on.
I'm not gonna pretend I know what's going on here, but I'm pretty sure that the controls won't work unless there's another demon in the other engine slot. So, unless we can summon something into that circle, I don't think this is gonna work.
Well, how much power does it need, and what kind of things does it take as a source, right? Like, is there something else? Well, is there something else we could put in there, maybe? That doesn't involve us summoning a demon.
Like
that's worse.
Celestial creatures.
Go ask a demon. Could be fun.
I
mean,
it's a bad idea.
Get him to wish another demon into the other circle.
What do we need to activate the dam though?
Well, I think activating it might save problems from happening later, right? Because this thing's been running autonomously for years, and we've killed its autonomous guardian.
Well, no.
Well, that robot thing, I think, was running this, wasn't it?
I think that was security.
No, I think he was just trying to secure the place.
The thing running it is the pit fiend.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys mind if I acknowledge that it's not gonna likely work, but are you guys okay if I try and just turn it on with these controls and maybe it'll power on? Maybe one of these is the on button.
Ooh,
what are you gonna try to do though?
The power.
I'm gonna reverse the polarity. No.
Yeah.
Enhance.
Sigus is going to try. He's gonna try and just touch one of the stones, and then, assuming that does nothing,
you touch one of the stones. You feel a pulse for a moment. It glows red a little bit more intensely, and then powers down again.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the bridge. Did anything happen on the bridge?
If by what do you mean?
Sigus is just gonna fuck with it for a while they talk, and he's gonna try and see if he can do it.
He's trying to see if he touches an orb and it does anything to the damn model.
I'm gonna try and turn it on, basically, from here, acknowledging that it probably won't work.
You're sort of tap, tap, tap. Nothing happens. Whenever you touch an orb, they glow a little bit. It feels like something is trying to happen. Like you feel energy, magic being concentrated on the orb. It goes like glow, 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 glow. Glow, 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 and powers down every time. I'll say you take a couple minutes probably doing this.
Are there instructions written around here somewhere? I can't read any of the writing.
Sigus, you would be able to tell that some of the writings are like floodgate controls. Floodgate main control chamber is at the very top, above the orbs on the far wall, the curved wall.
What?
Are you following, or do I need to go over it?
I think that was attempted all right.
Oh, okay. And underneath each of the glowing orbs on the wall, it just says Eastern Skull, Central Eastern Skull, Central Skull, like, right? It's, sorry, not Skull, Floodgate. Floodgate, East 1, East 2, and then Center, and then West 1 and West 2. And as you tap them, nothing happens. And then there's others so there's the 5 in a row, on the wall. There's 2 in the middle, 1, and then 3.
Oh yeah.
1. No, 2, 1, 2. Sorry. It's 5, 2, 1, 2. And the one that is alone is a little bit larger than the rest.
Okay.
But right now, everything seems to be red and kind of opaque.
Hey,
So-
Silera, do you want to help Sigist figure out what all these knobs do? I can try to give you guys a hand.
Sure.
Give me 2 seconds, guys.
I don't know if Sigist wants to take the lead or not on that.
Out of character, nothing is gonna happen until the other engine slot is filled with something.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
probably
I just
deals
think
like
it-
on damage to power the thing.
Probably, but my thought is that if a lot of these things seem to be powering all of the skulls, right? And if we only need one skull to work, maybe we can divert the power away from the other ones and focus it all in the one we want to work.
Yeah. Even if it
Okay.
doesn't work, I think it makes sense because otherwise, like, what are our other options? Either find something scary to stick in a circle we don't understand, or go talk to the pit fiend, or we just walk away and pretend we were never here.
Literally,
What dam?
summon monster,
Yeah, we
I
could.
think would kill it immediately, wouldn't it?
but it would power the dam slightly.
Oh, that's a good. That's fair. Who has a high summon monster?
You or
Oh.
Aaliyah.
I think we'd be
Spell
counting on Aaliyah.
focus conjuration.
Yep.
That's you, boy.
I have summon monster too. Bye,
That's
guys.
better than nothing. I'd just like to say.
That's fair. You cast it a couple times. We just like stuff a bunch of guys in there. I'm sure that pit fiend will be super happy with that. Be
Well,
super
also,
impressed too.
There's the portcullises in front of the circles too, so we'd have to figure out how to get through that.
Oh, we
Summon the
should have
creature
stuck
on the
Wet
other side.
Papa in.
Wet Papa.
Alright.
The Lamia. We could have thrown the Lamia in. That would have been fun.
They are now dead, so
Yeah.
the best.
Anyone got a breath of life on them?
Don't you
Resurrection,
dare.
raised dead.
I will kill
Okay,
you myself.
How big zone of truth can you make? A circle of truth. Can you
What?
do that around other magical circles?
I would like to point out
Why would that do anything?
spell resistance and a
That's
will
fair.
save.
Yeah.
That's
also,
fair.
Also, he
Mine.
doesn't have to lie. Devils are all about making contracts that are just convoluted, not necessarily lying. They're lawful, after all.
Maybe
Okay.
try like a use magic device on the console to redirect the power.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
let's.
Well,
I would,
I'm
I would
assuming,
suggest
like-
a knowledge first to see if we can figure out what to do.
I'm just assuming, like, Voza knows what we're trying to do, and I figured, like, if it's honestly at this point, like, if it's possible, like, gonna let
No,
us know what we
Run,
want.
run me down on the specifics of your plan, essentially.
Okay, so we understand that there's a lack of power. And that's probably the problem. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to see if we can get just like one of the smaller floodgates to open, because we don't need like, the whole bridge to open at once or anything, or the big one. We're just trying to get like a little pressure lower, because as long as we can bring the water level below the leak, then we don't have an issue. So we're trying to do that, and then failing that, we might try and summon a pleb into that circle and see the other circle and see what happens.
All right, then, Segas, give me a spellcraft check and a knowledge engineering. As you are gonna, it's gonna take you a good 10, no, actually more, because what you're doing is kind of complex. It'll take you about 30 to 40 minutes to tinker away with the
Okay.
system.
Can I
And
aid in
I
both
was
of
gonna
those
say,
as well?
I think we've got a couple of people who can aid on those.
Sure,
different
you can
levels.
all combine your efforts. It will still take 30 minutes because some of these things, even if you are doing multiple at once, it'll still take time.
And then I would like to use a fate dice on knowledge engineering, if that's okay with the crew.
We got 3 of them.
Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
So I'll roll knowledge engineering, and then
That's +4 from the assists.
I think we.
Hey.
We've done a
Four
lot
to
of assists.
25.
Right. So the Silera and Robin, guys were, or were all of you trying to assist Sigus?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
all
so
trying to
the
aid
assist
Okay.
on
Sigus.
his spellcraft is what he got a 26 plus 6 is a 32, and then his engineering is 25.
All right. It'll take you 30 minutes just to test this theory of maybe we can divert power from somewhere else. So if there's anything you guys would like to do during the next 30 minutes, otherwise you're gonna be like working through it. So
What's Aaliyah up to?
that's a good question. That's a good question. A very good question.
Making a deal with the pit fiend.
While you guys are tinkering away, as for the next like 10, maybe 15 minutes, you guys are focused heavily on it. Somebody else, wait just 1 second. Somebody else is arriving at the gate and following your track downstairs. While you guys are still working, see, you would hear probably a familiar voice if they are calling out to you. Otherwise, you'll see a familiar face when they catch up to you. It's Grigori. Be able to. There you go. You'll see Grigori arriving at the destination.
I don't currently have vision on my token.
Ah, that's a very good point.
Grigori's blind.
Blind.
Oh, no.
Ta-da!
The blind archer.
I can't remember. Do you
Not good.
have dark vision?
Yes.
Alright.
60 feet.
Yep, I imagine. 50. Ah, you should be able to see now,
Hey.
Grigori. All right, Grigori, you would be arriving at around this time, having been away for a while. While you guys catch up, or think about your next step, give me 1 second because I want to handle something very quickly.
Yeah.
Is she actually making a deal with the fucking pit fiend?
I was literally just gonna.
All right, it's just the two of us now. Let's make it a
Oh, no.
lot quicker. Hey, Di. Yeah, Leah. It is just you and the pit fiend having a little bit of a chat. So, how do you plan on destroying the circle?
That's a really good question. I gotta let you know. In terms of spells, I am low.
Mm-hmm.
So beyond physically attempting to break it, or if it's like something that can be done with like some other means, I am limited on my options. I can attempt to.
You would know, since I guess did sort of inform the party of the nature of the circle, that if you either smudge, or in this case break apart the stone on which the runes are carved, if at least one rune breaks, the entire circle stops being effective. Otherwise, you would need to
I
somehow
gotta say,
dispel it.
like, out of character, I feel so bad about that.
If you're able to break the stone, the circle will stop being effective, and the same goes to for if you manage to dispel magic on a circle, stops being effective, at least for a while.
Honestly, the other thing she was gonna request was Ra coming back, but like, I don't know if that would work in this game because Robert's already praying in other characters. So,
We'll see.
yeah. So, yes. Do I just like roll an attack roll, or like?
Are you going to try and just break the stone then?
Or smudge it, I guess would be the best.
It's the runes are carved into the stone, so smudging in this case wouldn't work.
Gotcha. All right. I mean, I have my higher level transmute rock to mud spell.
That would do it, because the stone would be mud, and you would be able to smudge it then.
Okay. God, I wish there was like a way to know if this action is only going to end poorly.
Right now, there's nothing you can do about it.
Can I try to get a hunch at all?
I'll allow you to do a sense motive. You know that devils are bound by the word, so at the very least, he's not going to do anything to you. You can tell the demon is sort of amicable right now, but they very much want to be free, first and foremost. So they're a little bit impatiently sort of tapping their foot on the ground, essentially.
Mm-hmm. All right. I will. God, I hate this, but I also love this so much. I mean, she was told to do it.
Tough choices.
Right. Yeah. You know what? I have never done an evil action on a character in my life. I really want to see what happens more than anything.
You can there's always a first time.
I am honestly more interested to see what happens if this happens.
All right. So,
yes.
What are you doing?
I'm going to break the rune.
All right. So mark down that you're using the stone to mud then.
Correct. I have cast the spell.
All right. As you
click the spell if you want to, just so it's in.
No. It's good. You reach forward with both hands, and as you cast the spell, the entire surface where the demon is standing begins to wobble, and the feet of the devil sink into the newly created mud. And you're able to sort of reach with your leg. Actually, you could pass between the bars because you're small enough. As you smudge the first rune, you see the glow vanishes. Demon turns to look at you, looks down at you.
Very well. A favor is yours.
And then they snap their fingers and disappear.
Dope.
All right. Let's move back to the group with everyone else.
All right.
Nat 20s.
All right. So, a lot of you are catching up with Grigori. As the 15 to 20 minutes have transcurred and Grigori shows up, what are you all up to? What's the next step in your adventures as Grigori walks in? Guys?
Building.
Oh.
What the fuck are you doing?
Sorry,
Get over
guys.
here.
I was talking to myself apparently because I forgot that when I turn on the camera, it freezes Discord completely. But what are the lot of you doing as Grigori shows up mid?
Sweating mostly.
Yeah, we're all
I was
sticking our
gonna
dick
say,
inside this console, basically.
We're all smacking random levers and smashing our face into gearboxes, so...
And then
Probably
catching
not
up with
paying attention.
Grigori to see how he's doing.
Yeah, we told him
I'll
how we
leave
killed
you
a
guys
god.
for like a day, and you're already destroying dams.
Well, not destroying so much as trying to prevent from destroying things downstream. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing.
We're repairing it.
We do a fix.
Sig is while everyone's sort of helping you out to try and press the right buttons in the right order, trying to see if you can shut down another part to get enough power. You eventually get to that point where it's like, all right, we are ready to do a test run, essentially, right? If we press this next button, in theory, something will happen, right?
Yeah.
Everything is still red,
Don't have a cronk.
but you've managed to essentially turn off 4 of the gems, controlling the other 4 skulls, just so that the middle skull can be sort of powered up a little bit more strongly. The orb is glowing red still, but a little bit more intensely. The middle of the first row, right? The one that corresponds to this skull. And then underneath it, there's the larger sphere that is also red with the 2 below it. So, do you want to press the button, or is there anything else you want to do before you try it?
Button,
Uh,
button, 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 button.
We're gonna press the button.
We may want to get everyone else close to the door before we do this.
Nah.
We're gonna be impulsive and decisive. We're gonna be
Erica
decisive.
slowly moves towards the door.
All right.
All right, you guys have 10 seconds that I'm pressing the button. Just 2 rounds.
9,
5.
8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All
Where'd
right.
6 go?
Press the button.
Say as you press the button, and as you do, you see the orb begins to glow, 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 and you'll see the larger orb also starts to glow a little bit more strongly. You see it turn from red to yellow, and then goes black, completely pitch black.
Okay.
And so do the rest of the orbs. Sort of chain reaction. The first one to go black is the larger one, and then the top and the 2 at the bottom also go dark. As far as you can tell, it probably didn't work. You do feel everyone would be able to sense this. A couple seconds after the stones go pitch black, the entire dam trembles on the inside. You see a little bit of dust falls from the ceiling.
Oh, that's
and nothing
not good.
happens.
Fuck.
Okay. Shall we
So
go?
let's go
check
check.
out?
Let's make sure we didn't break the power source and we don't have to evacuate the town.
No, I think we're good.
All the orbs just went black. I thought you said they were
I think this
powered
is
by
gonna.
the demon.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go out into the hall, and then assuming don't see anything, we'll go. Sigus is gonna go to like check outside to see what the front of the dam looks like.
Yeah. So as everyone
Gregory
moves.
will also be checking outside.
Yeah, so as everyone moves from the floodgate controls into the middle room, which now that you guys have had a little bit of time, you would be able to see that, or at least Sigus would be able to tell that there is a piece of writing on the wall that says that the center room is the observation pool. And as you guys are moving through that room and up towards the stairs, you would be able to see that there are bubbles coming from the center of the observation pool that weren't there before, and it's sort of gurgling, and then it stops.
Is it clogged?
I'm also gonna pop my head into the other room.
Wait,
Check out
where's
that pool.
Wet Papa still at the top of the water, or is he gone?
No, he's sunk.
I think Wet Papa got stuck. I think our toilet's clogged.
I don't know. It's a pretty powerful dam. It seems unlikely that like one dead body would clog it when it's been going for 1,000 years.
Is anyone able to swim?
I mean,
I fucking hate water.
Erica shakes her mail and it
Robin,
goes, "If
the
you
only question is,
sink,
Robin,
yes."
can you swim?
yes, I can swim.
Okay.
I can
Robin?
also
I would-
swim.
Hey, Robin?
Also, hello,
Gregory.
new person.
What's up? What's up,
Oh.
Leah?
Oh yeah, we found a gnome.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
What's going on?
I will meet you in a second. Hi.
Hello.
You. Hi. You said you could swim.
Hi.
Yeah, I learned how to swim.
So, do you know how to breathe underwater?
Nope, haven't figured that one out yet.
I can help you. How's
Oh,
that
okay. Is this just
I'm just gonna give you air bubble to spell.
all right? Yeah, sure. All right. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Dago.
All right. While Leah is casting that, Grigori, you wanted to go upstairs and check the state outside?
Yeah.
All right. So as Robin sort of is given an air bubble around their head and jumps into the water, Grigori, you go upstairs, and once you get to the ledge right upstairs where the stairs end, you can view the state of the dam from there as you sort of peek over the edge. It looks like all the skulls, except the middle one, are completely shut. There's a visible crack running from the top all the way to the base of the dam. It doesn't look like it's deep, but it's like the kind of crack that it's maybe not great that is there anyways. A shallow crack, if you will. But no water is coming out of the skulls, only the water that is sort of flowing over the top of the bridge.
So putting all the bones down there probably wasn't the best idea either.
Sigis, in the meantime, as you go to check on the floodgate chamber access, you will see that the water is also sort of gurgling bubbles up from the center of it, and the water continues to go up and up and up, and this time it doesn't ebb back. It reaches the limit, the edge of the ground, and starts to overflow very gently.
Oh. Okay.
Erica is gonna check to make sure we
Not
didn't
great.
pop our demon battery.
All right, Erica, you're popping open the door.
Just sticking her head in the door, making sure the demon's still there.
Sure. You pop open the door, and much to your dismay, there is no demon there.
You just hear a loud cursing from
Is there a pile of ash on the floor where it was? Like in the other one?
I mean, Erica, give me a perception check.
Sure.
Hey guys, did we just kill a pit fiend? Did we get XP for that?
Whoops.
Do we get XP for it?
There is a little bit of dust. It's nowhere near as large of a pile as the opposite end, but it's quite sizable chunk of dust that is sort of spread about, almost like somebody had dropped a bucket of ash in the center and then dropped something on top of it, so it's sort of looks like a star pattern exploding from the center.
Guys, we blew our battery.
And Robin, you hopped into the water.
It's a battery.
You hopped into the water. You can't hear what everyone else is saying because your water is submerged. Your head is submerged underwater.
Yeah.
Are you just gonna swim down the chute? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's got air, so he's fine.
Yeah. The water here is currently mostly stale, with the exception of the air bubbles that sort of bring up a little bit of movement. As you swim down and down and down, eventually you're in complete darkness.
I do have dark vision 60 feet.
All right.
Is Papa somewhere along the way?
You can see at the bottom where there's an elbow in the tunnel, the tube. You do see the corpse of where Papa Grazul is there at the bottom.
Okay.
But there seems to be enough room for it to, like, if you pushed it, it could keep going down the tunnel.
It doesn't look stuck. It just looks like it's sunk.
Yeah, it looks like it's sunk and sort of got stuck at the bottom of the elbow, right? Because there's nothing pushing or pulling on it.
Yeah, because the water's not going down.
You can see if you can find where the plug is if you just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, Robin will. Well, what Robin will do is Robin will grab Wet Papa because it's much easier to lift him underwater and just like bring him back to the surface so he's out of the way, and just sort of like shove him to the side so he doesn't just immediately start sinking.
Sure, give me a what would it be? Swim check.
Sure.
Because you're
Also,
trying.
you'd see a rope plop into the water. Which Gregori's point.
Oh, okay.
It's really awkward, and it's nigh impossible to pull. Even though it's underwater, it's already lost its air, so it sinks with its full weight. You're trying to pull it up, and it's the same as if you were trying to pick up a bag of sand underwater.
Okay, so I'll just start taking rope out of my rope of infinite twine, and I'll just take 10 feet of rope per round, just tie it around his leg, and just start swimming back up as I slowly let out more rope, and then I can just like pull it up from the top with other people.
It's 120 feet of tunnel before the elbow.
Yeah, I have infinite. It just takes a round for every 10 feet.
I'm pointing that out for Grigori, who threw a rope at you.
I've got 60 feet that's down there, so about halfway you'll reach my rope.
Yeah, so halfway up, you eventually find the rope.
And then I'll tie it off to that rope, and then I'll tug it twice, and then maybe Grigori will start pulling.
Yep, Grigori will try to pull. You'd also ask for Erica's help to pull.
Erica will help.
Yeah, the two of you combining your efforts, and eventually when Robin gets back up, Robin can help you as well. But between the three of you, you manage to reel in the rope, and the body of Wet Papa Grazul is eventually brought here, I would guess, which is the shallow part of the pool, so that it's stable there. It's not going to sink back.
And then Robin keeps swimming down after he's out of the way.
Okay. I'll move Is there anything anyone's aside from Robin wants to do while you're here?
I mean, like, Sigisol, when hearing that the, like, battery's gone, the pit fiend's gone, he'll go check out that circle to see what... Just wants to check out the room to see if he notices anything different.
Okay. Sorry, which area are you checking out then? To see if something changed?
He's checking out the battery room, engine room.
Okay. Sigas, give me a perception check as you go back into the engine room. And I'll handle Robin momentarily. Robin, once again, you reach the elbow, and you can see that the tunnel sort of makes a 90-degree angle turn, and it keeps going, but this time it looks like it's going north.
Okay.
Right? You just are you just gonna follow it until something?
Yeah, he'll just keep going, and just whenever something changes, he'll just take note of it and decide what he's doing from there.
Sure. Give me a swim check.
Sure.
As you eventually reach a, not exactly a fork. It's a three-way fork essentially, right? The tunnel is combining with three other tunnels, so it doesn't keep going straight. It sort of veers to the left and to the right with a little bit of a curvature, and then there's an opening below you. And as you swim to that junction, you do feel a little bit of a pull from underneath you as your body almost gets pulled, and you manage to swim backwards and away from the pole.
Okay. So the water's pulling down, basically.
Yes.
It's gravitying down.
No,
okay,
it feels like it's more than just gravity. It's like an actual current.
Like it's
pressurized.
Oh, okay. It's being. Okay, so it's being sucked and funneled downwards intentionally.
As far as you can tell, it seems like it's being funneled somewhere else.
That could suck. Robin will take out his any tool and make it into a 10-foot pole, and I'm hoping that that's big enough for the pipe, so that he can lay it down so that it gets stuck, and he can tie a rope around it so it doesn't go down the pipe.
Sure. Give me a swim check, because you do need to be like, if you want to put it down so that it's stuck, you need to get into like right above the opening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you manage to put the 10-foot pole, but as you do, you get pulled down and you grab onto the pole itself to stop you. But as you're trying to kick away from it, you're not moving. You're just stuck in place.
That's fine. While I'm still attached to it, because technically I have a climb speed. Can I climb on this bar?
No. You need to swim. You're fighting the current. It will not let go of you. As you're trying to pull yourself, you're sort of... You just barely managed to do like... put the bar underneath one of your armpits, and you're sort of locked in place. But if you want to pull yourself all the way up, it's not going to be possible right now.
So if I've got one arm locked onto this bar, I'll use my other arm to pull out 10 feet of rope from my robe, tie it around the bar, and then myself. Okay. So if I do slip, I'm still attached to the bar, and
Got it. You attach yourself to the bar.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, you managed to sort of haphazardly tie yourself to the bar. And I'll go back to what is going on upstairs, because nobody is aware of you being in this predicament. Sigas, as you walk into the room with the quote-unquote battery, the engine room, you would see that there is, where the pit fiend was a moment ago, is now a pile of ashes that have sort of exploded outwards.
And the pile of ashes is the circle still there? And are the pile of ashes contained by that circle? Or are they kind of past it?
It looks like the whatever happened to the pit fiend sort of exploded from the center of the circle, and you can see there are cracks on the stone. And from the looks of it, the runes on the circle itself, by sheer force of the explosion, have cracked, and have since then stopped working.
Got ya. And is that the same thing that has happened to the other one?
No, the other one is just like a really neat pile of ash with a little bit of a twist and like almost like a tendril when going out, but turned into ash, right? Um,
Okay, interesting.
and the one that has that pile, the neat pile, the one to the left, it's in one piece. It hasn't changed since you last came into this room.
Okay. Sigus. L. He's gonna cast Detect Magic and just give everything a once over to see if anything is different, and then given if that isn't the case though, he's going to
Give me a spellcraft, very quickly.
do I need to give you a fort save too?
No.
Hey.
The fort save was for the pit fiend.
I figured. I just
no. It's for the magic circles on the ground. But this time you're already aware of what's going to happen, so you can sort of preemptively put your hand in, sort of squint through the
Holy
gap.
shit, kid! Your spellcraft checks.
Yeah. Segas, you can tell that while the circle of protection against evil has broken, and the layers of binding have shattered with the whatever explosion happened, you the circle itself, the part that binds it to the machinery around, is still functional. So it still seems to pulse with energy.
okay.
Because there's 3 circles essentially.
So there's a circle that connects. There's the protection against evil, and then planar binding.
Essentially.
Potentially. Okay. Cool.
Erica is gonna look at Sigus and then look at the circles and then say, "I have a very bad idea that might work."
Tell me your bad idea, and I will tell you if it's a terrible idea.
So I have this nice Adamantine Trident, so I can get through those bars eventually. I am worried that if this dam doesn't have one of the skulls opened up at some point, it's just going to break and then kill everyone downstream. And I'd happily volunteer for this, but if we just need to power it for enough time to open one of the skulls, I could try to stand in one of the circles.
I don't think you should stand in one of the circles. But I think that is an interesting idea of powering it with something else.
I mean, I'd rather get hurt or potentially wound myself than have all the people in Turtleback die.
Oh no, I see your point. I am just thinking.
That sounds like a terrible idea. Let's do it.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying we should do a test. Well, what are the bars made out of?
They're just portcullis bars, aren't they?
Upon closer inspection, they seem to be made out of cold iron.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Erica will pull out the Adamantine Trident and say, "If you think it's a good idea,
I like the summoning idea. I liked the yeah, like.
Well, who can summon? I think you're the only one who's got the ability, and I don't know that we can wait until tomorrow.
Maybe 15 minutes, and I'll get us a level 1 summon.
Why are we breaking into there?
Because this room appears to be the thing that powers the dam.
What if it's invisible?
There's there was previously a pit fiend in here, which we decided to not bother, but then we messed with the dam and it seems to have blown up the pit fiend.
I feel that it is best to leave an area that the pit fiend is trapped in alone. I mean, the dam will eventually release enough water so that it stops flowing down. It's flowing down into the river already, so I don't think there's any reason to really mess with the dam.
I do think I do agree with Grigori that, like, unless the dam collapses, in which case that's really the only thing we'd be trying to prevent, you know?
There is a giant crack from top to bottom of the dam currently. So I feel like messing with the dam is more likely to just break it completely.
I feel like if we leave it, it's just going to break. This dam has operated for years automatically, and we've taken its power source.
Yeah, but I also feel like getting casters who can repair the dam here quickly is more important than trying to repower this dam that we do not understand.
It's mending a cantrip.
Mending works on like 5 feet of stone.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's
it
not gonna
heals
be enough
1
to-
hit point, but I can do 1 hit point
You-
around.
It
1d4
has a
hit
limit.
points a
It has,
round.
it has a limit to the size it can affect, though.
Okay,
and
that's
the,
fair.
The dam itself is an entire object. It wouldn't
Yes.
be able. You wouldn't be able to.
Yeah,
piece it
yeah.
together.
It
I
is.
was just wondering, I'm like, I could prep mending in 15 minutes and then cast it 6 times a minute.
Technically,
I mean, technically,
the dam itself, as a whole, counts as a minor artifact in terms of trying to fix it.
Mm.
The entire place is under effects of spells, and that's what's been causing a lot of the blinding whenever you look at specific things.
Yeah.
to note that the easiest way to fix the dam would to have a higher level druid. We just get a bunch of mud and put it into the crack, and then the druid just turns the mud to stone.
Yep.
Mm.
And it would fix, like, we could slowly work our way down the entire thing and fix everything.
So while you guys are going back and forth between whether you should work on the dam or if you should go elsewhere and try to repair it from the outside, perhaps, the lot of you will hear a little bit more groaning from the machinery around you. You'll hear some of the tubes go start to sort of give that. As you see one of the tubes
no.
starts to burst a little bit, and you see a leak go flying from one side of the wall and into the observation pool. Meanwhile,
Okay,
Or
that answers the question.
I think it's time to get out of here and warn the village.
Meanwhile, Robin, you are holding onto the bar. You have tied yourself to it. The current that is dragging you down is still very much in place. And you start to feel a little bit of a current, but this time coming from the left and right, so the curved tunnels.
So it's going out the curved tunnels or from the curved tunnels?
From one end into the other.
Oh, so it's going across.
Yeah, it's going across. So, I don't know if you can see my camera.
Yeah.
But, so you came from a tunnel that went like this, right?
Yep.
And then there's openings that go like this, right? These are two tunnels. And then this way is the one that you're getting.
Is the one that I'm in. Yeah.
So the one that goes directly down, right, into the earth, is the one that's pulling you down. But there is also current going from one curved tunnel into the other, pushing you horizontally, essentially.
So the strength of the current going down
is way stronger than the one going across.
Is way stronger, but the one going across has increased in power.
There was no current before, and now there is.
And there is now. Okay, so I may be able to use that to help lift myself up, sort of, because it'll pull me to the side in that direction.
Yep.
And because it's less of a current, I'll probably be able to fight it. So Robin's going to, with that in mind, he's going to sort of like reach a hand up, because he's got one hand on the bar. He's going to reach a hand up and sort of like cup that current to help catch onto it and slowly pull himself up, see if he can like sit on top of the bar, kind of thing.
It's not going to manage to pull you out of the other current, because as it goes from one tunnel and it's trying to go across, it does get pulled down a little bit, right? It's sort of splitting its volume.
Yeah.
But it will still allow you to sort of shimmy along to get to the edge.
Yeah, and then he can sort of pull himself up and sit, right? Yeah, so he'll do that.
You won't be able to sit, because the current will start to drag you if you're just sitting.
Okay.
But you won't go down, you'll go across.
Okay, but it's much weaker than the pulling down.
Yes.
So hopefully that will be easier for him to navigate. So he'll sort of just be on that side instead of being sucked downwards into oblivion side.
Give me a swim check then, as you manage to get to the edge,
Sure.
pull yourself up, and you start to sort of try to swim against the current so that you don't get immediately yanked. You're losing a little bit, but not too harshly. You're only pushed back about 5 feet as you're sort of swimming, doing breaststroke against the current. You're getting dragged deeper into the machinery.
Okay.
It looks like you're getting pulled into a spiral of sorts, like a closed circle, and the current is somewhat stable as it's dragging you.
Okay. So it just looks like it would wrap around itself, and I'd end up getting back to where I was.
As far as you can
Probably.
tell, you're just like a couple feet away from where you were a moment ago, right now.
All right. So he's sort of got his 10-foot pole in place, so he's just gonna try and work his way back to his team now, because it doesn't look like there's a block.
Okay, just to be clear, you're tied to a 10-foot pole, which is lying horizontally, and you're going this way, right? So if you reach the edge, the pole will go vertically.
No. I want to work my way back over the thing that I was getting sucked down towards my allies, because it doesn't look like there's a block. It looks like everything's functioning normally.
All right.
Yeah. So
give me another.
If he does fuck up, then he doesn't get sucked all the way down because that pole's in the way.
Yes.
That's the idea. It's a safety net.
Yes.
So
what I'm saying is, if you get pulled into the spiral, you will be yanking the pole in a direction that it's not stuck, essentially. It'll drag, go flying with you.
Yes. So I want to work my way back.
Yeah. Right. As you manage to break through the current, you manage to get to the edge, grab onto it so that you're not being dragged down, and you cross over from the curved tunnel back into the tunnel that you came from. At which point the current is not affecting you. There's a very, very, very gentle pull towards the junction, but you can swim without further checks. However, you'll need to undo the bind if you want to keep swimming.
Okay. Yeah, he'll just work his way back to his teammates and be like, "Yeah, it doesn't look like it's clogged."
The 10-foot pole is remaining on the open tunnel though.
Right now. It's attached to a rope, so he'll just pull it back.
Give me a strength check. Because the moment you essentially unblock it, right? It's free to move as you're pulling it towards you. One of the sides of the pole goes into the tunnel, starts to get pulled, and you yank it back out. Luckily for you, managing to grab onto the tip, pull it out, and then you can swim back to your companions. Sigus, you there?
Yes, sorry, I was just muted.
What's the last thing that you asked me about? I asked you to roll a spellcraft check.
Yes.
You wanted to go check something out again. You wanted to go.
I was casting detect magic, and I was looking around the room to see if anything was different before dipping. But I agree with Grigori. We shouldn't.
Okay. I will say, now that you're able to sort of focus and maintain your detect magic, you will be able to tell that one of the one circle that you're not sure what it is for does emit necromancy, an aura of necromancy, and as you're able to focus a little bit more, you can tell that these circles drain energy from whatever is placed within them.
See.
But yeah.
All right.
Do you want to try summoning something in here quickly, or do we just want to run?
Yeah, I think as much as it's like, I would rather take the more likely calamity of water rather than freeing Pit Fiend calamity. Like, personally. Like, water isn't going to hold a grudge for being trapped in a dam for thousands of years. So, I don't think we should.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to help them too, but I don't think that this is the way. I think it's more likely that we'd fall for like a Pit Fiend trap than fixing a technology we don't understand.
All right. So as you guys are sort of debating whether whether or not you're going to be heading back directly, eventually you'll see Robin reemerges from the observation pool, and a lot of you are there together once again.
Shitter is not clogged, friends.
Well, things are starting to leak up
Oh.
here, so we gotta get moving.
You were down there for a while. Are you okay?
Yeah. Well, it's a long ass tunnel, I can tell you that much. But it looks like the water is flowing downwards. So the water's leaving the dam. It's not getting stuck.
Interesting. I feel like
Is
the buildup of pressure is not really.
Question.
Yeah.
Go, Aliyah. What's your question?
What? And it's actually just in character, by the
Oh,
way.
sorry.
Yeah.
um, is perhaps the leak serving the purpose that the skulls originally served?
The leak on the top, perhaps, but I don't think
Yes.
it's as big as one of the skulls was.
Yeah, but we also don't want to release too much water down the river and flood it regardless.
Yeah. It's
Either
also
way,
the issue
But it
that the
could.
crack is right at the top, whereas the skulls are sort of down lower. So the crack can only release so much. But the skulls being at a lower portion of the dam can release more pressure because they have more water above them. I feel like that's how that works. Sigis, back me up.
Feels correct.
technically no, but yes, it's good enough for this.
Tyler's
Alright,
knowledge
so
of
we're
pressure
leaving?
says otherwise.
What are you guys doing? As
We're leaving.
Yeah, we're bugging out, I think, and if I'm not mistaken, we're making for Turtleback Ferry so that we can get people out of the way.
Yep.
I'm gonna move
Okay.
all of you together here. Have you?
Maybe find somebody who might know a little bit more about the dam.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Siller
I
in
was gonna
character
say-
is like, I don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah.
We tried the bibbity boppity, didn't work.
As you guys get
Bibbity
to,
boppity bang.
as you the lot of you gets to the top of the stairs, and you're once again on the sort of balcony, the roofed balcony. You would be able to see that there is what looks like a spout of water coming from the dam. However, instead of coming from the mouth of the skulls, it seems like it's coming through a crack on the forehead of one of the skulls. Another of the skulls is sort of dripping water through its eye socket. And the crack that spans the entire height of the dam that Grigori saw on the way here is now sort of leaking from its entire height.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Close enough.
Usually if a dam starts leaking like that, it means its collapse is imminent. They start with small ones and then they get bigger.
But here. Then let's not waste time and get the fuck out of here.
Yep. Time to warn the people.
Yep.
All right.
Alright.
Where are the horses? Let's go.
I could cast fly. I don't know what distances
That's
we're
not
going
gonna
with.
last long enough.
It would get us off of the dam
Yeah.
because it's minutes per level.
Yeah, but it's just one person.
Yeah.
Oh, and one casting. I mean, I can walk down. Ignore me.
Grigori
I-
has Pashka up here, so.
I think we're all just gonna
one person with him.
go.
I assume that opening the flood thingy. What did you call it?
The
Dam.
floodgate.
Floodgate would be a bad idea because it would flood the town.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I just said earlier.
So out of
Okay.
character, what we've determined
not-
that is if you open one of the floodgates, it causes like kind of annoying flooding
It's a
downstream. but,
controlled
like,
flood versus a complete gate.
like the buildings near the river, like you'll get your feet wet, but aside from that, it's not a problem. If the dam
So-
breaks, everything gets wiped.
So, and out of character, that's how dams work in real life. Any dam will have pressure release systems, and that's what these skulls were.
Yeah, the skull.
Yeah.
You already determined that the skulls are the fail-safe pressure releasing system.
Also,
Okay.
I can just go manually check out the skulls on the wall. Cause I can just you guys leave and I can just do that on the way down.
I mean, if you want to try to manually pop one open, Erica will offer you the Adamantine Trident to
Yeah.
bash holes.
I can disable device with that. Absolutely, it's a big
Go
thieves
for it.
tool.
Just be careful, Robin. I don't want you to caught in the flood.
Don't die.
Should be fine.
Try and crawl
Robin-
up the pipe the other direction.
Robin
Just
will
for fun.
take the large adamantine trident and start, using his
Walking out.
ability to just walk down the walls.
All right.
I
Let's
think
go.
the rest of us are piecing out in the meantime.
All right, the rest of you are just departing. You're just withdrawing away from the.
A
From the-
tactical
Yeah.
retreat.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we want
Tactical
to
sprint.
get the people out of the town at the very least.
Yeah. Hopefully Robin can fix this, but if he can't, we gotta try and get ahead of it.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario.
It may not come into play, but I'm going to cast Ant Hall on Robin before I go.
I love you.
Because
Alright.
it's one of my prepared spells for the day.
Perfect. I will take
Got
it.
it.
And it lasts literally all day. Okay, perfect.
Forever, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all day.
Oh
Gotcha.
wow, I didn't realize it lasted that long. That's
It's
dope.
it's a very good spell.
Just 1 second, guys. I want to do something. That was this one.
And then I cast Obscuring Mist and fuss Radoy your ass off the dam without anybody knowing.
Yes! And
This
there
is
was much
Sparta.
rejoicing.
Bye, Robin. Nobody missed you. All right, come to collect the bounty.
It's okay. I just use Mage Hand to fucking throw a copper piece, and then I step on it with light steps, and then I touch myself to the wall. It's fine. I'm good.
Worth. Just gonna help you get down there quicker. That's all.
It certainly does.
That's so stupid, though. That's like mage handing yourself as a sandwich as a character.
Yeah.
I thought we
Look,
established
sentient-
that didn't work.
It doesn't work constantly, but it works for one round
Yeah,
because I can
you do it
step on
once.
it, and then I just end my turn on something that I can stand on.
Yeah, you cannot
Yeah.
fly with that, but
Mhm.
you can do.
You can hover.
Yeah, hover.
Yep.
Just 1 more second, guys, because I wanna show you guys something so that you guys get the scale of place that you're in. All right. Boop. Layer view into layer. I'll go and you should be able to see over yonder. Right? Just so that you can see the ridiculous size of the place that you're in, I've scaled your tokens to be the right proportion.
We can see it on the screen.
You should be able to see it on your screens as well.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
You
all the
didn't
way at the
move
top.
up.
Yeah,
Up
you have to
and
go up top. yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All the way at
Yes.
the top.
Yeah. So I've scaled down your tokens to be the right size,
Yes.
comparative
Right.
to the location. The 5 of you at the top of the Skull's Crossing are sort of running along the horizontal to get to the cave on one end, as you guys wanted to withdraw. Robin, you go down the skull all the way down to I'm guessing its nose.
Yep.
Before you can see like a skull, one of the skulls that is not the central one. The first one to the east is the one that has the crack on its forehead, and it's sort of leaking from it. And you see the spout of water is propelling like a good 100 feet forward, and causing like this arced waterfall.
Yep.
But what is it that you're trying to do, Robin?
So he's gonna go down, and he's pretty much going to become a dentist, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, this jaw isn't opening. The water isn't coming out of this face." So he's gonna spend some time inspecting, because he's assuming that the water's supposed to come out of the mouth. So he'll check there first to see if it looks like the mouth is supposed to open. If it doesn't look like that, he's gonna see maybe it comes out of the eyes or the nose.
Okay.
Like whichever orifice is the intention for the water to come out of
Sure.
is what he's going to end up working on.
Yeah. So once you get down to the teeth and you start to poke and prod, you can tell that like where the teeth meet, like
Hmm.
the right in the middle. The teeth are not made of the same block of stone. Everything else is, but the lower mandible seems to be a detached piece, and there seems to be just enough room that you can sort of plunge the trident a little bit, but it eventually sort of it's stone against stone, right? It's pressured in there.
Yeah. I don't exactly weigh enough to open this colossal fucking jaw,
No.
but I think I may be able to disable device to remove a couple of those front bottom teeth to allow water to come out.
Again, I don't think you understand the size of the teeth. A single tooth is about twice your height.
Yes. So
Okay.
I could probably remove a tooth, but not the jaw.
How
is
are
what
you
I'm
how,
saying.
how are you planning to remove a tooth? Because they
I
they
mean,
are like part of the same block of like a single piece of marble type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're just carved.
So he does have an adamantine trident
Yeah.
that Erica gave him,
Mhm.
which is capable of damaging stone, ignoring
Yeah.
hardness.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea is because he can just freely walk on the wall, he'll stand beside one of the teeth
Yeah.
and just jam the trident into the base of one of the bottom front teeth and try to pry it up like a dentist.
Which is why I'm pointing out that it's a single block of stone. It's not like somebody carved a tooth and put it in there. It's just
Yes.
the entire thing is one piece. You can prod. There ain't no budging because it's just part of the same stone, right? The gum, the
Yes.
lips. Well, no, there's no gum or lips because it's a skull. But
yeah.
Yes.
the bone and the teeth are one piece, right? There is
Yep.
no separation.
Yes. But hitting that spot is
Yeah, okay.
still
You sort of-
sundering.
You're sundering and sundering and sundering and strike, and you manage to get like with every strike, you manage to get like a fist-sized piece of stone. It just looks like it's solid stone all the way through.
Now,
Yeah,
is this
so,
thing hurting him while he's swinging?
No.
No, you need to activate the vicious aspect of it.
Oh, okay.
And it wouldn't work, I don't think, on this. But he's just gonna chip at the bottom of the tooth, assuming that the pressure of any water behind it will eventually be enough to help push that tooth out.
Give me a knowledge engineering as you're working through this.
I can get a 10.
Okay.
I think
Untrained.
it's
Untrained.
I think it's the jaw. The jaw lowers when this thing goes, so it's like
as you're sort of trying
portcullis or
to
something in there.
Yeah, as you're trying to sort of work at its weak point, you eventually manage to get a wedge of the tooth off.
Yeah.
And behind where the tooth ends,
Yeah.
ends, right? You see there's a little bit of a wedge about the height of your head, right? And it goes about 10 feet deep as you've been like carving inside of the tooth for about a minute now.
Yeah.
It's a very small hole, but you can see that it's just like solid stone behind the tooth. It just keeps going.
Okay. So at this point, he'll see if he can go up to the jaw mechanism and just break it.
So you want to go around the skull and to the point where it meets the dam itself.
Yeah, I like the ear, where the ear would be.
You work your way around, and as you're doing this, everyone else, you manage to reach the end of the bridge, and you're at the Ettin's Cave. So you guys, if you want to, you can start going down the stairs. Robin, you manage to break a piece out of the mandible, and once again, there's about like get a foot of work done, and beyond it, it's just more stone, more stone, more stone.
All right. Well, he's gonna attempt a disable device to break the jaw, so that it just unlocks itself, and just opens.
Okay. I mean, it's not a disabled device because you're striking at it, right? You're trying to sunder the device, as far as I can tell. That being said, without knowledge of how this thing works, where the mechanism is, which would require you to either somehow get inside of the mechanism properly, or having blueprints of it, you can keep striking at it, and unless you're going for like full on breaking the entire thing, it doesn't look like it's gonna budge at all. It seems to be sturdy enough to withhold a lake the size of a. Hang on, I'll move you to the maps just so you can see how large the lake that it's holding back is.
Okay. It would be trying to cleverly sabotage a clockwork device, probably. Disable device DC 25.
No.
I-
This is
No?
this is well beyond that. This is not your I'm working a device. This is a building itself. It would be the equivalent of trying to work with like 100 or 1,000 clockwork devices at once. Can you see those Storwolf deep?
Yeah, big fuck off lake.
Storwolf Deep, yeah.
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 It's
The
like
dam.
the Hoover Dam, pretty much.
Yeah, it's the Hoover Dam. You're trying to like essentially break a single gate on the Hoover Dam. If the Hoover Dam was made out of solid stone and about like 3 times as big.
I wonder if you get inside the jaw, if you'll be able to like see what's going on better, like just so you don't have to spend your time smashing things. Just
Or it could also not be possible.
well, I mean,
Like if it was
if
run by 2 pit fiends and those pit fiends are now gone.
I would still have message from.
From
No, I
Sigurd.
think it's only like 100. It's like 200, 150 feet. It's less than 200 feet.
You're
Like,
too
it has
far
to be-
away. You are too far away because Sigas is now
Too far away?
on the shore, and you're in the middle
Okay.
of the dam.
Okay.
Well, it's only like 30 feet.
The distances on this portion of the map are 1 to 10.
Yeah, I know.
I don't understand the top part of the map, but I don't think I need to.
So the top part of the map where you guys are at, the building itself has the shape of several skulls put together. The thing is, when you were for the players, the map looks like the chambers on the inside of those skulls.
Oh, okay, got it. So we're looking at
like
the dam
top
like
of the dam was just a pile of skulls. This is like a side view.
Yeah,
so
this
the
is a
dam-
side view.
yeah, it
This is a
runs
side view.
into the page.
You
It's
previously,
cross-section.
yeah, previously you were looking at it from above, and this view is from the side, a cross section. Like if you were to cut the dam down the middle, looking at it. Yeah. So Robin, as you
Oh. I know what I can do.
yeah,
Yeah, I have a fucking minor bag of holding filled with that fucking explosive powder.
Don't do the evil plan. That was the evil plan.
But
No,
if
but
I don't use
we
20 barrels of it
it might
and I
blow
use a
the
single
bottom jaw off.
single controlled charge in a hole that I specifically place.
I
I mean,
mean,
I'm not there. I can't say
Yeah.
anything.
Robin, you can
to
see
note,
everyone.
there's a crack on the forehead you could use.
Robin,
Yeah, that might
from
also
where
work.
you are, you can see the party on the shore, and the shore, you guys can see Robin is sort of holding from the side of the skull that is essentially visible from where you guys are at. But Robin,
I'm gonna, yeah.
so you've been picking away at the mandible, at the connection point of the jaw, and it looks like it's solid stone. I will point out that it's been a couple minutes. Now it's already been like another 3 minutes since you guys were at the chamber. You do know that the powder that is in your backpack will eventually return to being mundane, non-explosive alchemical material, aka sand.
Yes. But it's only been, probably a couple hours since then. So I don't know how long it will last.
You open it up and it's still black powder. Like you can pull it out and look at it. It's still black powder.
Yeah. So I think probably the easiest way to just be blow off some of the teeth. See if I can just blow up one tooth.
Again,
Right?
it's all one solid piece. A tooth. You cannot just blow a tooth. That's what.
No,
Leslie
but like
was saying earlier.
just
You
like
can-
one area.
Yeah,
instead of
I
every
know.
tooth.
I understand what you're trying to say. You were gonna like dentist carve a hole into the tooth, fill it with gunpowder, and blow it up as if it were a chart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I get it.
So,
Yeah.
so
Upper tooth or lower tooth?
Lower.
Okay. I'll say this, Robin, you tunnel the tooth on the bottom layer, start filling the charge in. Everyone else, you can see that Robin is working on something. He looks like an ant from where you are. He's like going into the tooth, and it almost looks like he's crawled into the mouth. How much of the gunpowder that you have are you using for this? All of it?
No, absolutely not. He'll use probably about a tenth of what he has.
Okay.
So it would be 5 pounds.
Okay.
And he can
Give me
use
hang on,
prestidigitation.
Give me a craft alchemy before.
Sure.
Based on this.
Sure.
In the meantime, you guys are on the shore. I'll move your tokens so that you guys can see on the main map.
I think we're still heading towards town. I didn't think we were waiting for Robin. Were we?
No. Wait.
We're heading out.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
You guys would be over yonder.
To note, though, I think if this doesn't work, Robert's point is pretty sound. If there's a place that's already got water coming out of it, you can probably just expand that a bit. Because that way you don't need to worry about tunneling.
Alright. You guys should be able to see to the left of where you got of the side view. You should see the sort of general view of the area. Very yonder. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Robin,
Robin,
is a bigger crack than I thought we had.
Yep.
that is a little bit more than it's supposed to be because you guys managed to stop.
Oh, that's if both of them went. So
if all the charges would had detonated as they were meant to, that is how big the gap would have been. So Robin, you load up the charge into the tooth, and with a craft alchemy, with that check, you know that for how dense this place is and how deep you've dug, and it's still just pure stone. Even if you use the entire remaining powder that you have, you might still be a little bit short to blow up the entire tooth and whatever's behind it.
Okay. Oh, in that case, Robin would use everything that he's got.
Okay.
And he will use twine from his thing as like a fuse, and he can light it with prestidigitation to just from a distance, so he's not right inside of it.
Sure, you light it up, and it is currently still pouring. So, like, as you're trying to turn it on, the twine sparks, water falls, it gets put out. So you're gonna have to find a different way to trigger this as you prepare the charge.
But inside of the hole that I put it in, the rain isn't getting to that, right?
It is, because it sort of falls against the skull, and then it drips down, and water sort of starts to fall into the hole and down.
Okay, but didn't I dig like far in though to climb in?
Like, it's a hole, right? A circular hole, right?
Yeah.
Unless you angled it upwards, in which case the gunpowder would fall out. So you dug downwards, which means that when the trickling down rain comes to that hole, it will drip in and then slide into the gunpowder.
Okay, I'll use prestidigitation to dry the area. And then light it on fire.
Again, I don't think you understand what's going on. Like, the rain is falling down the surface of the skull, and eventually falls into the area where you're putting the fuse, and it will keep getting put out. Unless you're, like, somehow sticking it to the top side of the hole. And
you
even
need like
then,
a torch or something.
Yeah, you're gonna need to find a different method. Twine will not cut it in this place.
I mean, how far away am I? Just fire arrow over your shoulder.
4 times the distance. So you're about
Sigus is like, I have a gun. Kidding.
You're about 300 feet away from Robin currently.
One range increment.
I will turn my any tool into a lantern, so it is immune to the rain.
Lantern would be too complex of a mechanism for an any tool, because it has internal moving parts.
Does it?
If it's
Yeah.
an oil lamp,
I thought it was just like a solid cage that you just
depends
put
on
stuff
depends
in.
on,
And has a
if it's the type that
on it.
uses oil. No, it has a mechanism to prevent all the oil sparking at once. It's a small valve on the side.
They're like little camp stoves, basically.
I would
Do
have
you have
cast
any
a light on your
oil?
head if I had known you needed it.
He doesn't need light. He needs to be able to
You
Light
need fire.
a
Gunpowder on fire.
on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not have a
What's the
torch in your
range?
bag
Hold
or
on.
something?
What's the range of what?
Digitation. On prestidigitation, because I might be able to just cast it from a distance and light the gunpowder on fire from a distance after drying it. 10 feet.
It's 10 feet.
So I can like look around the corner, dry it with prestidigitation, and then before it gets soaked again, light it, and then hide.
I think
Right?
you're gonna blow yourself off the wall. But
If you're saying light the gunpowder, it will immediately explode. You know this.
Yes. But I will be ducking around the corner, and
You will
won't be
not be
fast
able
enough.
to outrun an explosion. Even black powder goes at kilometers a second.
Let me just.
but I will have cover.
You will have cover until that cover gets blown up, because you're trying to blow
Yes.
that cover up. Is the issue,
Yeah.
right?
I
'Cause
mean,
either the
okay.
either the gunpowder is not enough to break the tooth, or it is, and then you're getting blown back with it.
or it's enough just to break the single tooth and not the one that I'm hiding behind.
Maybe.
So, and my alchemy check was like, you might not even have enough to do that much.
Yep.
So if based on the rolls, that's what he would do.
All right, then as you pack the gunpowder at the heart of the tooth, you do need line of sight to it, so you're going to need to sort of
Yep.
lean back away from it, and you're sort of holding onto the edge of the tooth next to it, as you're sort of trying to angle it. And as soon as you prestidigitate, I need you to give me a reflex save.
Sure.
I'm gonna be really sad if this is where Robin dies instead of the monster fight.
Well, the good news is he would hit water that's currently being moved.
It's
for a lot,
reflex?
so
Yeah, I guess it's not.
It's
it's gonna be-
reflex image, very on point though.
Yeah. Yes. Appropriate.
Do you have evasion?
No.
nope.
Okay, then Robin, as you prestidigitate and try to hide behind a tooth, everyone else hears and sees a massive explosion as the tooth that Robin was working on gets cracked and blown out. Robin, you're pelted by rock, and then you feel as the tooth that you're on cracks on one side, and you fall as you're grabbing onto that piece of tooth. And then as you're trying to, hold on to for dear life, you're going to take 50 points of fire damage. And
Okay.
bludgeoning.
Oof.
And you are now falling the remaining 100 feet until you hit the water. And I need you to roll me an acrobatics to try and break that fall. Because at that distance,
Yes,
the water is solid. You're hitting that water,
So-
it's not going to cushion you.
Yeah. So as part of me falling, I would like to, because I mean, the rock is sort of like crumbling off to the side, right?
No, like, you're holding a tooth, and the tooth has completely detached from the wall as inner fissures formed and burst the stone forward.
So there are multiple teeth coming out.
You're holding onto a piece of tooth that is flying, essentially. It's getting propelled.
Okay.
That's the only
Alright.
reason why you're not dead right now. The tooth that you're holding onto blocked most of the fire, most
Okay.
of the explosion. So you're midair. You're about 20 feet off of the wall as you're flying away from it and starting to plummet towards the water. What are you doing?
Okay. So what's gonna have to happen is,
A lot of luck.
no, I'm going to take out my bow and arrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to.
So, I will point out, you have the span of an immediate action to act before you hit the water.
of an immediate action.
Essentially, if you could cast Featherfall, that's about as much time as you have before you.
Are there a bunch of rocks spewing out like everywhere?
Yeah, at great velocities.
Okay, because technically, as a full round action, I can move.
You don't
so
have a
as
full
long
round
as
action.
I'm but just
have
does it take me an immediate action to hit the bottom?
Human beings, you will fall in 6 seconds of roughly 1,000 feet.
Yes.
So
You're
100 feet is a lot less than a round.
Can I not run up the debris as it's falling?
I'll allow you to give me an acrobatics to jump off the rock that you're on and try to even delay your fall for half a second in order to do this.
Okay, I can spend a key point to increase my movement for this, which is probably going to be necessary.
Sure, go ahead and give me that acrobatics with the boost. Tell me, Aaliyah.
How far? No, a quick question before this amazing feat of
We're
engineering.
300 feet away.
300.
300 feet away, yes. So if you measure on this map,
Rory already asked the question. Yeah.
Yeah, far enough that none of us can do shit effectively unless you got a long range spell.
Which he might.
I cast black tentacles.
They grapple
that
me.
would hold.
It would catch him.
Actually,
all of my
Sigus,
spells
that's
are
not a
medium.
bad
They're
idea.
all 200 range.
Can't do it in an immediate
But it's
action,
two-
though.
But it's 200 plus how many per level?
No, that's the.
No, it's 200.
110 plus
It's 100.
20 per
Oh,
level.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
those
so
are
Robin-
medium range, right?
Robin, I'm gonna need that
Yeah.
acrobatics from you.
All right.
All right.
So that's a 36.
So Robin,
And I have a running start.
You're considered as having a running start. You don't have one.
Yes.
Yes. As you're flying with what is essentially a projectile tooth, you manage to run up, grab onto the ledge, push yourself up, and sort of do the cinematic effect of pushing off of a rock, jumping onto another, and pushing into another. You can't quite reach all the way to the wall, as you still have your momentum to deal with. You've only managed to slow yourself down just a little bit. You break your distance quite a bit, your falling speed quite a bit. You're still hitting the water pretty hard. And let's see. That sounds about right. All right. As you
Internally, he's named after the bird after all.
Yeah, all of you see Robin doing the. If you guys seen the third movie of The Hobbit, when Legolas does the running on the falling rocks.
Yeah.
Because the bridge is falling. Yeah, you're doing something similar, but you don't reach the edge of the bridge. You instead fall into the water, the remaining distance, as you take 22 points of non-lethal. No, only the first. Okay.
The first.
Yeah, you take 7 points of non-lethal, and then 15 of lethal damage as you hit the water.
Please don't be
Okay.
unconscious.
I think.
I'm definitely unconscious.
Yeah, he's not dead.
Oh,
I'm not
well,
dead.
he's definitely drowning.
He's not. He floats. Great.
So the non-lethal was 7 and
7
then
non-lethal,
15.
15 lethal.
So yeah, I'm still good.
All right.
You're still conscious?
I'm unconscious,
Yeah.
but
So-
I'm good.
Okay.
All of you
You're
will
alive.
see Robin
Yes.
plunge into the water, and rocks start to fall like a meteor shower into the basin of the dam. And
Are you going to give me the ability to lay on hands myself?
That is
After
There-
taking the fire damage?
There's
While I'm
literally a
jumping.
spell that is
Mm,
that is the immediate.
before I
action,
hit the
lay on
water.
hands.
no, I get what you mean. I'll allow it.
Okay.
Because you managed to slow your fall a little bit, just enough that you can put your hand on your chest to heal yourself a little bit right before you hit the water. Which means
So
that
I'm unconscious with positive hit points.
yes, correct.
Yeah.
Because the healing
it's-
happens
yeah,
before you take
non-lethal.
the
Yeah,
non-lethal.
I'm not bleeding. Yeah.
All right. So Robin, all of you see
Ablative
Robin.
Barrier.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Also Ablative Barrier.
Okay. Ablative Barrier doesn't.
have-
No, Ablative Barrier does not protect you from either type of the damage that you've taken. This one is fire, which is not reduced by ATR, and the other one
It's just
is
lethal damage. Lethal damage gets converted to non-lethal.
non-lethal. Okay, you're still unconscious
Yeah.
then, because you're no longer immune
Yeah.
to non-lethal.
Yeah, I'm just converting more
Yes.
to the
10
non-lethal.
of the damage that you took is non-lethal instead. Right, so you guys will see as Robin glows for a second and then falls into the water, as you see the meteor shower fall into the basin. And a second goes by, and then you see the gap on the two lower teeth that got completely destroyed starts to push water through the mouth at quite the heavy pace. And you can hear the rumbling through the machinery, through the structure, as the entire thing starts to vibrate. Water is just spewing out through the mandible, and you see the mouth starts to move down a little bit, and then it starts to sort of move out of its hinges. It sort of tilts towards the left. And you'll see as a massive amount of water at this point starts to pour out, creating this arcing waterfall that reaches all the way to the little island and washes it away. You see the trees getting pulled from their roots. And after about 20 seconds of watching this, unless you guys want to do something,
I mean,
you don't see
Grigori
Robin.
is
I would
asking-
immediately turn around.
Grigori's asking for Featherfall right now.
Okay.
Does Sigus have Featherfall?
I can get. No, I do not. I do not have Featherfall right now.
Oh.
I can give
just
you
me
Fly.
Give me Fly.
Yeah, fly works.
I will cast Fly
All right.
on you.
So Sigas, you cast Fly on Grigori. Grigori, you suddenly feel your body becomes weightless as you start to fly forward. Robin,
I'm
you
going after
are
Robin.
unconscious.
I hand him a pillow and I say, just make it quick.
Damn.
Grigori, as you're flying about, you need to sort of move around, trying to avoid the waterfall, and eventually you do see Robin face down, floating on the water, because he's the only thing that looks slightly different to the rest of the murky water. He is easy enough to spot. However, you can tell that the amount of water that is pouring out of the mouth is causing quite a bit of damage to the island at the front of the basin, and it looks like the river is growing quite a bit with that water.
Okay. He's just gonna grab Robin and fly back up to the party.
All right.
It's actually nice having a strong character for once, honestly.
Erica will quickly slap Robin with another lay on hands and say, "We have to get to the town now."
Mhm.
Yep.
All right. Boop.
24. You are awake.
24.
Healing.
Damn.
Yeah, I certainly am. Non-lethal's gone, and then 32 hit points. So I'm at basically half.
You also
So-
probably had an
Take
extra
that.
5 because of Ablative Barrier, but all
Take
good.
that, please.
Yeah, and another.
Yeah, because it heals the same amount of non-lethal as it does lethal.
Yeah.
I think all of your non-lethal gets cured.
Yep.
Which means
Anyway,
that
let's-
as Erica
let's go.
puts a hand on Robin's chest, he wakes up back up. You are pretty shaken. You don't feel good. Your entire body is in pain. But you guys can start dashing back down the side of the mountain, or up the mountain a little bit. It's gonna take you a full 6 hours of uninterrupted forced march to get all the way from the dam to the town.
Oh, I forgot what being tired is like. Fuck.
Yep. Do we have horses? I forget if we have horses.
Yes.
You specifically didn't bring them to the dam because the passage was too narrow, I believe.
Okay.
But
Can
we can
grab
pick them
at
up
the
at-
point where we get horses?
You could run to the fort and get horses there, and then horseback all the way to Turtleback Ferry.
Is that going to be slower than doing 6 hours forced march on foot?
It would cut it down to 4.
Okay, so probably
Yeah.
want to do that.
Yeah. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Whatever takes us the least amount of time. We need to get to village before it completely floods.
All right. In that case, as as the next couple hours go by, as you get to the fort, pick up your horses, you do see that Jakardos and Vale are a little bit concerned about the adrenaline shot eyes that you all have. But perhaps I don't know if you guys want to inform them of the situation, but you're doing like a quick pit stop at the fort on the way to Turtleback Ferry.
Yeah.
Basically long enough to yell, we need to evacuate the town. The dam is leaking.
Got it.
Yep.
All right. Then
Also, I'm not sure if it would help any, but Grigori would fire off a few fire-tipped arrows, like towards
like warning
the village.
shots.
Yeah, trying to get somebody's attention towards the dam, pretty much from like in the town.
Mm-hmm.
so you're shooting
It's
towards the
day, so
town,
I'm not-
so maybe they'll see
Yeah.
it, sort of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Also stormy.
Yeah, it's stormy. It is quite. It's
That
dim
actually
light.
would help then.
Yeah, because they would be able to see the light.
Yeah.
When you shoot the flame arrows, they stay lit as up until they reach the zenith of their arc, and then they get put out by the amount of water that they keep collecting as they are flying.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good enough as a flare. For the next 4 hours, so 2 hours until you get to Fort Rannoch, and then 2.5 hours until you get to Turtleback Ferry. You do see the river keeps growing and growing, and then you lose sight of it because you go into the forest. But you can hear the just roaring currents and the tumbling of massive rocks not too far away from you.
Oh
Eventually.
shit! That bridge is gonna be gone, isn't it?
Yep. Eventually, you reach the point about an hour and a half into your travel from Fort Rannoch towards Turtleback Ferry, where you see the bridge, the stone bridge that connects from one end to the other of the Skull River, has been completely consumed and destroyed by the tumbling rocks, and the water reaches beyond the level, just barely beyond the level of the base on either side of the bridge. Essentially, the bridge is not entirely, but mostly submerged. As
Is it something that we could like try to wade through and hold on to the edges,
No.
or is it too deep?
This is you fall into that water,
how-
you are ending a couple kilometers down.
Grigori, give me your rope.
How wide is it?
I'll take Grigori's rope and just wait. How wide is it? That's a good question.
It is 90 feet across at this point.
Okay, that's
Oh,
perfect.
Jesus.
Robin will spend his last key point to increase his movement speed to 50 feet, and then he'll full round action to move to the other side using light steps to just walk over the water with the rope.
All
Hey,
right.
just a heads up.
Yeah.
Aaliyah can do that, and we just zip line across.
Sure.
That the zip line's probably gonna work better.
Give me
in
the
general.
pitten, and I'll plant it on the other side, and then you guys can use it.
We can
can
fire
shoot
the
it.
pitten, and then
I
we
can
can
shoot it.
tie
Like,
it to a tree.
Can you shoot it? I didn't
Yeah,
think it was an
Literally,
arrow.
That's the point.
a
Yeah,
range
you
That-
tie it.
oh, okay. Then
you
yeah.
Fire it from a
Sure.
bow.
Yeah.
All right.
And then
So Aaliyah, you're holding the python in your hand. You wanna shoot it with an arrow bow?
I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna offer it to Grigori, hopefully.
Yeah.
uh,
Grigori will nod, understand, and knock it in his bow. Because I assume it's like already attached to an arrow, correct?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
we
attached
gotta
to
go-
an arrow and
Yeah.
tied to rope already.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and then we gotta
Perfect.
just tie the other end to a tree, and then we can zip line across.
Give me a ranged attack, Grigori.
All right. Attacks.
You load the python onto your bow and goes flying across in a beautiful arc. And you see it thunk right into the center of a rather large stone on the other side of the river that has a little bit of a tree growing off of it. And as you pull on the rope, it's taut and it's not moving on the other side, so you're good.
Technically, it's like 4 higher to hit, but it doesn't matter.
A 22 is more than enough already.
Yeah.
You guys tie the other end to this side of the river. You're gonna have to leave your horses behind because there's no way those horses can zip line. But with the zip line in place, I need. Grigori and Aaliyah, who would. Grigori and Aaliyah, I need the two of you to roll me reflex saves.
Alright.
As you're ziplining across.
Well.
As everyone's ziplining across, having left your horses behind, you hear the. As you see, coming down river, is one massive boulder bouncing on the river. Aaliyah, you managed to hurry along the zip line, and Grigori, you're sort of struggling to keep up for a second as you're sort of maybe a little bit concerned with the off-balanced weight. And Eric, I'm guessing you're using that spell?
Yeah.
All right. So Grigori, you see the boulder is about to hit you, and as you're sort of bracing, because you couldn't get out of the way in time, you sort of expect it to just push you off the rope. Instead, you feel as a little bit of a gentle touch sort of spins you around the rope as you manage to stabilize, and you see the rock sort of continue to go down the river. Erica, instead, you take 36 points of damage.
Ow.
As you feel what Grigori should have felt as your left shoulder, your left arm, and part of your torso seem to be struck by a massive, hefty blow, and you feel your bones almost crack under the pressure. But after that rather hazardous event, you guys managed to get on the other side of the rope, back on the road, and from here to Turtleback Ferry, it is a clear path.
I think they know the dam broke at this point, to be honest.
They probably have figured it out.
Fair to assume.
I hope so.
The dam didn't break, though. The dam is still there.
Yeah.
It's just got a hole in it, and the flow is being directed through one of the things.
So the water level is going to be high for quite some time.
Oh, yeah. The houses at the edge of the river are going to get a little bit wet. But they already are, because it's raining constantly.
Whoops.
Could collapse.
Yeah, their
Second.
docks are gone.
No. You hang on. The wrong map.
He's just raising the water.
This
Half the
is
town's gone.
before. Let's see the after.
The streets are probably flooded at this point.
I would
It's
say
just like, boop.
this is
There's a
all
hill.
underwater.
Would you say that it resembles more of a turtleback underwater?
It's a
Boo.
turtleback berry.
Turtle in the water, upside down.
So this is what the town looks like before the river
Before
grows.
we helped it.
Yep. And this is a little bit more of an aesthetic view of the full-on 2-scale map of what is going on with the amount of water that you just released.
But
Oh, it's just water.
I need to zoom out more.
Yeah, you need to
Oh,
zoom out
okay,
a
never mind.
lot.
oh,
yeah.
okay.
About half of the
So
town.
half.
About half of the town is suddenly flooded. You see atop one of the buildings. Oh, I need to check it.
Oh, there's people up there.
Good. Children and a teacher.
Okay. Well, let's
Just
go
for
attempt to
sake.
save the kids.
No.
I've mentioned this before, but I fucking hate water.
I thought you were gonna say I fucking hate kids.
Yeah.
Fuck those
Can we
children.
Leave them behind.
We can bring them,
Listen,
but only
yes,
if they don't
I can
talk.
be brave and stuff, but at the beginning of the campaign with water situations, Silera is now just very afraid of water.
There was the
So-
bunyip, and then the toilet bowl inside of the manor. And
No, it was
the
before
whole
that. It was
Sissel
what-
Dog
No.
thing.
Is when we blew out the fucking caverns and almost all
We
of us
have a
died in the
really
water.
bad history with almost killing ourselves in explosives.
Explosives and water seem to be a very bad combination for for this
Yeah.
party. Every single
I
time you
really
guys
think we should
use
just change our party name to Good Intentions.
every time you guys
Can
have
we?
used explosives next to water, it has gone poorly for you. But yeah, as you guys rushed into the town, you can tell that people are running to, you know, make sure they don't die during the flood. And specifically, as you're getting a little bit further and further into the town, you can see that some people have moved onto the rooftops of their houses or business places and are sort of trying to jump from rooftop to rooftop. Some people are gathering in the main hall, main plaza, and then from there, there seems to be a little bit of an organized evacuation moving towards the main cathedral, the cathedral to Rastil. But sort of at the center of the town, by the main plaza, there's a group of people atop of a rooftop that seem to be stuck. You should be able to see them all the way over there.
Mhm.
I'll zoom in on them for the sake of the stream.
They're very far away.
They are very far away. They look like a group of children with one adult.
I just killed him from here, guys.
I was gonna say it's a damn shame.
They weren't undead when we started, but by the end,
As I was saying,
Oh god.
you can
we'd
tell
be
like
great murder hobos.
you can tell that they are having a little bit of an issue because maybe it's the children or maybe it's the current situation of the building they're in because it seems to be sinking into the water itself. Like the entire building is sinking slowly, not just being flooded. They are sort of all huddled up together at the center of that rooftop. And from your point of view, you suddenly see a creature move in the water, jump out, and hits the building on the side and slithers off of it as you see a rather long, positively gigantic black snake try and eat one of the kids as they get pulled back by the adult into the center.
what the fuck?
Yeah, fuck them
is
kids.
that?
What? What? Why are there
Another one.
snakes?
Bro, I need to rest so bad.
Yep.
I have one spite left, guys. I can kill one of these, and then
Bruh,
also
let's
Robin.
fucking go.
Robin, can I have the pointy stick back?
You already would have been
Is-
given the pointy stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is,
Look at those two.
where is me?
Hell,
don't-
Robin hands Aaliyah off to Grigori. Here, sit on Grigori's shoulder.
How about a 10? 11. I'm gonna
Best
go
I can
last.
give you.
I win.
Hey, no, we're tied.
yeah,
Aw, that's
we're all
fair.
tied.
I just
Except
checked the number I rolled and I was like, I probably
Sigus
got it.
isn't in the order.
Oh, I probably didn't click on my token.
Night belly
Yeah,
boa.
didn't click
Nice.
on this
Yeah.
token.
On the positive side, I can kill all of them at once.
Good.
What, the children?
Don't
The
kill
kids
the
and-
children.
and the
I'm
boa?
just- I'm just
Guys,
saying,
I can hit
my-
both snakes
There's
with
2 of
one
'em.
black tentacles. It'll be great.
Just saying, technically true.
I mean, if you can just, you know, kill both the boas and the children and the teacher all in one fell swoop, I say go for it.
Hi.
I mean, yeah.
The ones in the middle are
Don't-
double bonus
Don't
points.
say that.
Yeah.
You just made a deal with a pit fiend.
You don't know that.
Robin, it is your turn.
You can't
As,
Talking
prove
out
that
of
in court.
character.
Robin, it is your turn as we go into combat initiative.
Yeah.
As you're,
Uh,
you can see the snakes trying to eat the children.
Yeah, so Robin's just gonna turn back and is like, is anybody gonna cast any spells that I need to be here for, or should I just go?
Go.
I would
No.
love. Wait,
Oh.
There's
Oh.
I have
Hazel's
3
alive.
spells.
Is
There's no spells coming.
Yeah, I think most people burnt all their spells already.
Alright,
just
if
wanna
you
be
don't have faith, then yeah.
I am very, very, very low. Let me just start by saying that. Let me just start by saying that.
well, yeah, you're 2 feet tall.
Yeah. Well, technically you're high because you're on Grigori's shoulders currently. So.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
you're
gonna-
taller
I
than
was-
Grigori, technically.
I was gonna cast Good Hope, but it don't matter.
I'll just delay my turn till right after you, and then move.
Okay.
All right, then
Deal.
Solera, it is your turn.
I'm gonna
Oh,
cast Good
everyone's-
Hope.
Good
Alright.
swag. Also,
Alright.
You also
For-
inspire?
for the record, I would assume Barkskin and Tears and Wine are probably gone.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
it's been
4
close to 4
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, you're right.
Just confirming.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll inspire as well because I can do that with my move action.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
All right, then
Alright.
Robin, it is yours.
Good.
Okay, Robin is going to take the run action, so he's going to go 120 feet in a straight line,
All right.
and that's going to be turn.
All right. From where you are, you can see the boas leap out of the water and try to bite the children, and instead break part of the rooftop.
Okay.
Aaliyah, it is your turn.
All right. I move. Oh god, my thing lagged. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna. Okay, there we go.
I mean, if you'd like, we can technically move together.
Yeah, because I'm on your shoulder. You
In
do
same
you
turn.
do you.
Yeah.
He's your mount.
I wait until I delay till after the Grigori.
All right, then Grigor,
Yeah.
it is your turn. I can't believe you guys
Excellent.
got double ties.
Yeah. Actually, I'm just gonna move 30 feet.
Because you're in Grigor. Like, whoops, sorry.
God.
Aaliyah can
Lag.
take whatever movement she needs.
On
I
her
can
turn,
see
yeah.
I can see them, right?
Yeah, you can see them. They're trying to slither onto the rooftop, but instead the building keeps collapsing under their weight. You can tell that next turn, when it comes back to the boas, they will be able to reach the children.
Gotcha.
You are
Well,
up
those kids are
uphill.
dead.
Yes.
Yeah. So, does that mean I get the above the enemy bonus to hit?
Only for melee attacks and
yes.
strike.
From this
Oh,
distance,
yeah.
yes. Otherwise, you would be underwater.
550 feet. Monster.
What's the range increment on a longbow anyway?
120, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, like,
It's doable,
I'm
for
gonna be
sure.
taking technically like a -6, but I'm not gonna be taking my rapid shot, so that gives me a +2.
Right?
Give it a shot.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot.
You take
I'm
I'm
aim
gonna try
on
to
this.
pop the one to distract him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
You're taking aim on this 9 possible shot is.
That's pretty good.
And that's, I mean, there's also, it's also, he still gets the negative, so it's a 23 total.
That's still pretty good.
It's a
It
pretty good
lands-
shot.
Yeah, it's a perfect fucking shot as it hits the back of the boa's head. It reels back in pain. As you chunk about half of its health in one shot. Is that your turn?
They go.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing spawning a tornado right now would not be ideal for the town.
Maybe
Probably
don't do
not.
that.
No.
Please,
Don't do that.
for the love of
You
God.
can control it. I'm just saying.
I mean,
Jesus.
I can make it so we're safe in an 80-foot radius.
But fuck them kids, apparently.
All right, so I will
Defeats
move.
the
Hey.
purpose.
I will
You start a
triple move.
tornado, I'll start lighting the buildings on fire. It'll be great.
Erica
I'm
starts
running to
murdering all her allies.
Right.
Was it
Talia,
triple move or-
you're
It's 4 times unless you're encumbered.
Oh,
you
no.
dismount it from Grigori and run across the battlefield.
Yeah, there we go. That's 4 quadruple move right there. Boom.
All right, then Sigas, it is your turn.
Erica, Grigori, or Sailor, do you guys want to be big? Want to
Erica
be big?
could stand to be big. I'd never need to be big. I'm good.
I just want-
Erica's like, sure.
I mean, I would also accept being big. Doesn't matter to me. Oh, I don't have my big arrows. Okay, I don't need it.
Okay. I'm gonna go and I'm going to cast Enlarge Person on Erica.
All right. Something that I learned recently is that the casting
One
time
round.
of that spell is 1 round.
Yep.
Oh, it's a full round.
It's okay.
It's,
I'm gonna
it's
take
one round.
No, it's
not a
one
full
round, which means it doesn't finish casting until it becomes your turn again.
Oh, no way!
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes way.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
very
ha-
recent that we realized this.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
Ever.
if you
What?
wanted to cast it on
Okay.
Erica,
In that forever. Yep.
yep. If you want to cast it on Erica, Erica would have to stay here during her turn, otherwise she wouldn't be within the range.
Think that's
I've got
on.
I've got a longbow. I can try to take some pot shots.
I'm just gonna move up.
Just run up and cast it once you get closer.
You can delay until after Erica.
I will delay until after Erica.
Okay, then Erica, it is your turn.
I mean,
And you can move, and I'll catch up, and it'll all work out.
no, you're not. If I'm gonna be running towards them, but do you want me to be close enough that you can do that?
I mean, I say you guys just take your
And
turn.
I'm not gonna be very helpful. You should do your turn, and I will just support however I can.
Okay, Erica is just gonna fucking leg it.
Alright.
That's about how far she gets.
Alright, then Sigus, it is your turn.
Sigus is going to look around and see if there's other dangers, especially around the water or other people. Like, I'm trying to figure out where everyone else in the town is and if there's any other dangers.
So I haven't added them to the map, but you can tell that there is essentially a conga line of people going somewhat organized. I'll mark it on the map with purple.
Or fleeing refugees.
Essentially.
Okay. Cool. So assuming then I don't see any other obvious signs of danger.
Right. The light green lines indicate where the townsfolk are congregating and then lining up to go towards the church.
Oh, I see. Yeah, down there.
It's pretty far south.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna, I think, start hoofing it down south then.
All right.
If
it you do
You
then.
go 4 times your speed if you're running.
Oh, I guess I will run.
Right.
Unless you're encumbered, and then it's 3.
Oh, I am encumbered.
So it's 3 times.
I always forget that you're tubby.
I'm very, guys.
So
I've got a
19.
lot.
You would be able to reach right behind
Rude.
Erica.
Yeah,
Love
so you'd be
handles.
right behind Erica again.
Yeah, you can catch up to Erica essentially.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that you're encumbered. Otherwise, you could very easily just pass him for like a round.
Yeah, I was gonna
Start
just
casting it and wait for him to get to you, and then just tap him on his way by, and you just keep going at large. But
The thing is, what are you doing? All right.
moving straight down, running straight down south. Sorry, I just had to double check my movement because I fucked that up earlier.
Okay. All right, then.
That's 3 times my movement.
Yep. Then Salera, it is your turn as your companions have all broken into a sprint, with the exception of Grigori, who has already taken a shot across the entire town.
Okay, I just got really
also, I counted out
confused.
that I hit it.
I just got really confused because I saw Sigus and Erica and I couldn't see me and I was like, oh my god, I'm really far away. I didn't realize how far away I was.
Yep.
Big
So
fucking
I
map.
can move.
Actually, you have to go there.
Yep.
120? Oh, duh. Yeah.
120 is
math.
yeah,
4 times.
4 times.
I was like, that's not math.
I'm impressed
Yes.
that you guys are keeping up with Robin.
Because Rowan doesn't
Yes.
have his extra movement speed anymore.
Robin's normal again.
Yeah.
That's it. That's my
Wait.
movement.
Oh. Yeah.
The extra
that
10
was
feet of
easy.
movement was from his curse as well.
Yeah.
Is Yeats McGeats.
Alright, yeah, so Silera, you join your companions in just mad dashing across the town. Robin, it is your turn.
Yeah, Robin is going to spend a key point to increase his movement speed by 20 feet, and then he's going to sprint again, so he can move. Oh, whoops, I'll be okay. He can move 200 feet in a straight line. Well, he can turn once, right? So he's just gonna do this.
Is that your last key point?
That is
Yep.
my last key point. Yeah, so I don't have. I'm not considered a running start anymore. But everything else is normal.
Alright, and as you dash across the town, is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Alright. then y'all will see, or particularly Robin, you get a very good look at what's about to happen, which is the boas move in on the collapsed area of the building, and each of them grab one child and they drag them into the water.
Even the one I shot?
Yeah.
Didn't distract him at all? You just take the arrow and just eating the child. Son of a bitch. If I had known, I would have just full rounded them.
They're trying to get food, and from the looks of it, you can tell that now that they have their mouth occupied, they're starting to move down into the water and dragging the children with them. Grigori, it is your turn.
All right. Well, seeing them snatch the kids is bringing back bad memories, so he's full rounding them.
All right, go
Yup.
for it.
Thank you.
As the arrows take a couple,
Oof.
there's a couple
That's
seconds.
still gonna be okay.
Yeah. There's a couple seconds of the arrow flying across town. Luckily for you,
They're grappled though, so.
I mean, it's 19, obviously missed, and then 19.
so it's a 19 with
That-
the range increments.
Yeah.
Luckily for you, despite it being stormy, there's no wind in the town. So your arrows fly, and thunk, thunk. The second arrow manages to take down the boa holding the child on the north, and you'll see the kid grabs onto the side of the building as the snake lets go of their body, and they're absolutely petrified, holding onto the edge of the rooftop as they are sort of dangling from the side. EOT, Grigori? All right.
Yep.
Then Aaliyah, it is your turn.
All right. Well, end of turn.
Oh,
Yep.
you're just dashing. Got it.
Yup.
And Erica, it is your turn. You watch the rest of your companions continue to sprint like madmen.
Okay, so as part of a move action, she is going to pull out a longbow and then take a pot shot at the one in the back.
All right, go for it. Yeah, the only one that's still alive. Oh god.
Nope.
It's been a long time since you had to use your longbow, and when you
Yeah.
take a shot, you feel like the bowstring is maybe a little bit loose. It doesn't have quite the
Probably
tang.
warped from all the water.
Yeah, the arch is a little bit warped as well. The body of the bow. Is that your turn? Move on a standard.
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything to help these chidlers.
All right, then Sigurd, it is your turn.
He just runs.
Your flabby flaps swinging in the air as you're running across the town to catch up.
You really need like
Already
a magic
sucking
carpet or
for
something.
breath is not.
He's gotten more
far.
cardio today than he has in the past month and a half. Salera,
All of his cardio is running for his life.
Or bleeding out.
We're bleeding on, yeah. Salera, it is your turn. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Gonna keep running?
Yeah. Just trying to figure out where I can go. Wee. That's it.
Right? Yeah. Right.
That's everything.
The party is doing a mad dash after another to try and get there in time. Robin, it will become your turn as you see that one of the kids has been dragged off of the rooftop, and they're being pulled into the waters.
They are the chosen one.
All right, so Robin is going to take a 5-foot step, which puts him within a single range increment of this boa.
Mm-hmm.
He is then going to fire off a shot at it.
Go for it. .24
for 13, apparently.
You land the arrow hits them on the side of the head, cutting open their forehead and right above one of its eyes, as it doesn't quite screech because its mouth is occupied, but otherwise you see it's a reel back in pain and shake the kid around.
But then I crit.
Yeah, oh yeah, okay, you are taking both attacks.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's
okay.
a full attack, but then I crit.
Like, why are you not, you 5 stepped out? I mean, oh, yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second arrow goes flying much more centered on their head, and it embeds itself between its eyes as it once again sort of shakes around. You can hear not the boa screaming, but instead the kid who's fucking terrified of what's going on. As the boa is still alive.
Did it know where I was? Because that should have sneak attack. Oh, it's 30 feet. Never mind. I'm a dumbass. Yeah. That's fine.
All right. I'm gonna pick one of these. All right.
Oh, good. That bow is dead.
The other boa is.
They both go on the same initiative.
They go in the same initiative, yes.
Fuck.
You're gonna watch as the boa pulls back and drags with them the child as they move all the way over there. Yeah. Grigori, it is your turn.
That's not far enough.
No, with their mouth occupied, they are not very quick, but you can tell that they are moving their mouth to try and swallow the child whole.
I hope the kid can swim.
We'll see. There we go. Finally got a good fucking roll. Jesus.
Well, it's dead.
Oh.
The first shot misses with the ranging improvements, but the second one, now that you correct your aim, hits right on the back of its head and comes out the front, exposing the throat to the waters. As you see it drop the child, as it dies immediately, the child starts to get picked up by the current.
It's right by that building, though, so we'll see what happens.
They're trying to grab onto the building, but the current from a flood is very strong. Aaliyah, it is your turn.
Can you be worse than a level 1 commoner?
Yes.
You can be a child that's also a level 1 commoner.
Yep.
Is a child like a thing?
A child is a template. They get negative
No way!
Yeah.
Plus dex, negative strength, negative con, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright.
And negative all mental
It's like
stat.
a goblin, but less
Yeah,
ugly.
It's like a goblin, but yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to...
This is when we find out she has control over water.
I wish.
Waterbend, go!
Would be fantastic if I had
Just hit it with a lightning bolt. Put the kid out of his misery.
I mean,
You just hit the whole flood with a lightning bolt and electrocuted everything.
That is something I can do if you want me to kill everyone that's on the rooftop. I can do that. Not ideal, but I can. There's really nothing I can do to help this kid, but I will go down, I guess, as far as I can. Continuing on this path. Yeah.
Wall of thorns so it can't float away.
Don't suggest it.
It'll
kill the kid immediately.
Yeah.
Are you double moving then, Aaliyah?
I am where I can go.
Right, then.
Unfortunately, I only have 20-foot base movement.
Oh god. Erica, it is your turn then.
Erica.
As you can see that one child's getting dragged by the water, the other one is dangling, fearing for their life as they're holding onto the side of the rooftop.
Erica switches back to sprinting. Can I roll some sort of check to see, like, kind of like what Sigus was doing, but maybe more focusing on, like, do I hear anyone else yelling for help aside from those kids?
Sure, give me a perception check. It's hard to tell because a lot of people are screaming and terrified about the flood, and the kids are all screaming.
Yeah, I'd also, I don't know if there is a type of knowledge check I could make to see if I think there are more people than I can make out from this direction.
Give me first a perception check.
Yeah, no.
Very hard to tell. There's a lot of chaos and the rain is not helping with the visibility. It looks like Either everyone's there or whoever's missing is helping the people who are not at the conga line are helping others get off rooftops or across the water. You do see like some ladders placed against the sides of buildings to help people get on and off.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it.
All right, Sigus.
I'm gonna keep running. Like, I just got distance to cover.
All right,
Got bills to pay.
Salera. Then.
Same.
All right.
I got
I think
distance.
I think you can reach all the way to the edge of the water.
Cool.
She's on the edge of water.
Here?
What are you doing?
Yes, that would be it.
God damn.
Wait. No, that's right. Yep, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, Robin, are you gonna be able to save the kids?
The children's.
Yeah, Robin's gonna go after the one that's like gonna be going away. So Robin's going to run to here. Oh, whoops, sorry, to here as his action, so that on his next turn, he can full round action to get across the water.
Can you?
Yes, as long as I spend a full round action, I can move at double speed across any surface, even if it can't support my weight.
Yep.
Light steps, bro.
All right, you dash once again to get all the way to the narrowest part of the water, the flooding, and you get ready to sort of breathe into another sprint, but this time with supernatural lightness. You're gonna watch as the kid who's dangling falls into the water and is quickly dragged by the current in this direction, a total of 40 feet, and the other one also fails their check to grab onto and gets pulled by the waters across the building, and you hear a yelp of pain and then silence from the report. Grigori, it is your turn.
It's unfortunate that I don't have like that pin down shot.
I think you'd kill them with the arrow.
You're running.
That's my turn.
All right.
Yep.
Aaliyah, it is yours then.
All right. So, God, it sucks because I'm still realistically not even close.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. It would literally be faster for me to do what I'm about to do. I'm not even joking.
Just change into an animal and that's fast, and then run up there.
No, I can only do that once per day. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. No, not here. Well, here.
Yeah.
Wait, no, this is next to the water, right? I don't know. This is so like the map is kind of wonky, so it's kind of hard. So I'm gonna go back to where I was.
He wants to get to the water as soon as possible. Where would be the best location for that? Okay.
You're pointing at it right now. That would be the closest point
Okay.
to get into the water.
Okay. All right. I really wish I had hero points. This would be one of those moments. All right.
So,
Aaliyah is going to yell out, guys. So I forgot to mention. I can turn into a sea monster.
That's a good pull.
That would have
I
been
figured
useful
I'd let you
on
all
the
know.
dam.
I forgot to mention that. My bad.
That's awesome.
Do it.
I will wait until I can do that next turn because there's action economy.
yeah, actually, as you're sort of getting ready, sort of doing a little bit of an aerobic routine to, okay, transformation incoming. Let's go. Erica, it is your turn.
Absolutely nothing I can do to help here. Running, and still looking to see if I can track where the two chidlers are. I see one.
One of them you can see, the other one is currently you lost sight of them because they are behind a building and nearly drowning because they're starting to sink by the.
Also, how deep does that water look? where the
Hard to
kid's
tell.
floating?
It's completely turbulent, but it looks like it's reaching the top of the first floor of the buildings. So the ground level is
8 feet
underwater.
deep.
Okay.
Yeah, about 10 feet deep.
I may
is your guess.
I may have questions about walking on the ground underwater in a few rounds.
Okay. Siggis, it is your turn then.
Gonna Black Pearl this?
Oh.
Yep.
Siggis, it is your turn.
I'm gonna keep running.
All right.
Just
Got
got
another
it.
run.
No.
Got it.
I would like to note that Black Tentacles is super far reach. I'm not sure if you can make it not deal damage, but
No, it'll
Cannot.
always
It deals
deal
damage against everything.
Yeah, I
That's-
cannot make it not deal damage.
Celera, it is your turn. As you're standing at the edge of the water, and you can see the child on the right is away. It's trying to swim. It seems that the best they can do is paddling, paddle swimming, doggy style. The other one you
This
won't
one
be
right
able to-
here?
Inspired by
Yeah,
her
that
song.
one. The other one is
So realistically, out of character, how can I help this child?
that is up to you, because there is I'm not certain what your tools are currently. If you have a good swim check, you might be able to jump into the water and drag them out.
Nope.
No, there's no way there's no way that is gonna happen. As much as I
could
would love it
shout
to, it just
You could try to encourage them or instruct them from the side, maybe.
Yeah. You could tell them.
Like you are a really good orator.
okay. That's fair.
You could calm them down so that they're not shaken or whatever.
Okay. Okay. Do I need to get closer to the child then?
I'll say if you can shout from where you are. If you get closer, they might. It might be easier for them to understand what you're telling them. As you're sort of moving along the shore like a swimming coach, and going like, "All right, arm, leg, kick, stroke, kick, stroke."
I'm just gonna do the whole I'm just gonna do the whole good job, honey, you're doing so great, you're so close to the shore, just keep kicking, keep paddling, we're so close to you.
Sure.
And I'm like gonna like reach out my hand to her as if like to signify to her that like she's so close, she's like in arm's reach, just to give her that hope of like,
Got it.
you're so close.
Give me a performance oratory.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll also allow you to count this as a bardic performance. I think there's. You have access
fuck
to
yeah.
one.
Fucking nailed it.
I believe you have one that inspires competence.
Yeah.
Which,
Oh.
Yeah, that's one of your songs.
Yeah. Inspire competence, which will give them a rather sizable bonus to their swimming. Yeah, +2 bonus. Yeah.
Cool.
Robin, it is your turn.
Yep. Robin's going to
I got you.
full round action to get to here. Okay. I will ask though, because Robin can see this child going downstream, right?
Yes. They're
Can he-
swimming. They're slowing their movement.
Yeah. So can he time his movement? Because they go right after him. Can he time his movement
No.
to like?
No,
No.
because
Okay.
specifically.
Robin's just gonna go there.
Yeah, specifically because your light steps are full round. If it was a standard action to use it, I would allow it. But it sort of requires you to fully focus into a sprint, and you cannot stop. It's
Yep. No, he'll just go there, and he can't ready in action, but he'll hold his hand out.
all right. Yeah, you sort of stretch a hand out so that the child, if they move past you, they can grab onto your hand. I'll roll publicly for this child. So it means strength based, which means it's a d20 plus 1.
+2.
No,
Plus performance.
with the
No, that's for the
performance,
other one.
it's
Oh.
+1.
Okay.
They normally swim it at a -1. Yeah.
I think they.
They can.
They
Oh,
are
yeah.
dragged this time around. They are only dragged 30 feet instead of the full 40 that they took last round. They can't quite reach your hand, Robin, because the current doesn't doesn't bring them in that direction. But in your turn, you're going to be able to reach out to them.
Okay.
You lose track of the other child, though. Grigor, it is your turn.
Just continue sprinting.
All right. Leah, are you turning into a monster?
Oh baby. This is gonna be so horrifying. I feel so bad for I'm sorry for traumatizing you guys. But also low-key not. I'm going to be transforming wild shaping into a giant lake octopus.
Okay.
I mean, that'll play.
There you go. In case you need the link to the sheet.
Yeah, I'll quickly take a
for a
look.
picture.
Not, it's
just
an
Google
octopus.
it.
It's just a
It's
giant.
a giant
It's
octopus.
a real
Yeah, I got
big
it.
octopus.
All right.
But it's a huge size, which is confusing. But yes, it's huge size specifically.
As you, I'm guessing you stretch into the water as you.
Yeah.
Your body elongates into the shape of an octopus. You fall into the water. It's kind of shallow there, but you're still just barely deep enough that you can swim.
Yep. Thankfully, that means I can move.
No.
Maybe.
And now that you're deep enough in the water, you can swim at full speed.
Yep, that is currently, unfortunately, all of my actions. But
Right. Aliyah, give
I'm
me a
pretty
perception
sure
check.
Okay.
As
That's
you get to
awesome,
that point.
though.
I don't know if my perception is altered by being this monster, but I'm just going to use my base.
Use your base. All right. From where you are, and given your new perception as an animal of the sea, you're going to be able to see that just barely. You can see the child is underwater, and their body has gotten trapped underneath the walkways that connect the different buildings, and they seem to be unconscious. Erica, it is your turn. Erica?
If you can get them to shore, I can help them there, but I can't do much in the water. And she'll just keep running. To here.
All right. Tegus?
Also,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Can I shout maybe, I don't know, at some of the people over here to try and help?
Yeah. Give me. Nah. You're asking to help a child. 5 people also run towards you, Erica. And like, okay, what do we do? How can I help?
Human chain. I'll be the anchor.
Oh.
I think you just died.
Yep.
Nope.
See if we can chain each other together.
Oh no.
Oh
And
no.
you're cutting out a lot.
I think we
Yeah.
understand what she's trying to do, though.
Yeah, but it's a pity that the best speech part of Erica's paladinhood is getting missed.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. You
Can.
saying?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Give us-
I was. Anyway, she was shouting. She was just shouting. Human chain. I'll be the anchor. See if we can reach out and get to the close one.
Yeah. Hey, guys, come on, we need more people. And you'll see some of the people in the conga line start to whistle, put two fingers into their mouth, and you hear the as about 20 people start to move towards you, Erica. It'll take the full round for them to reach you, and then another round for everyone to sort of link up and start to walk into the water. I'll take that at the end of your turn, and then Sigus, it is yours.
Yep.
I will move up and I guess I can't move and might make Erica big next turn.
Okay.
That's
You
my
can
turn.
start casting.
You can start casting it.
No, I have to double move to get there.
Oh,
Oh.
all right.
Yeah.
Why are you so
Um,
tubby? Too much bread.
The bread life. I didn't choose. Actually, I did choose the bread life. So
Silera, it is your turn.
cost.
Then. As you watch a human chain starts to form around Erica.
All right, so from behind you, you're gonna hear Goro shout, "Get the rope out!" So he's telling you to grab a rope out.
Diggus pulls out his 50 feet of rope.
I got rope. Trying to see how much rope I have. Hold, please.
Hold, please.
Hold, please. Hold, please.
To the
I don't
elevator
have
music.
rope anymore. I don't have.
Womp womp.
You used it all.
Well, here we are with no rope.
All right.
No rope and no hope.
I guess you can just. I mean, I guess you don't need to sing anymore because it lasts for another 2 rounds. So.
50 feet of rope will get us to the house.
Yeah. Guru just needed another thing of rope. Well, he wants to. His goal is to tie it to the fountain, so they can.
Okay,
just
so.
zip it back.
Salera, what are you doing?
I'm going to come over here, assist with what. Wing.
All right. Are you keeping up your invigorating, inspiring competence?
Oh.
Competence. Yeah.
Yes.
She doesn't. Technically, she doesn't have to keep it up. It's still echoing kind of thing.
It'll echo well, not necessarily echo, but people will still feel the effects of it for a few moments longer. Okay. Then as you join in with Sigis and Erica, a lot of you are sort of preparing a spell, getting the rope in place. People are getting next to you, Erica, and sort of linking up together, linking arms together, and getting ready to walk into the water. Robin, it is your turn, and the child is about to swim, get dragged past you.
Yeah, so Robin will full round action again to move double his speed. So he moves adjacent to the kid, and then grabs the kid as part of his movement, and then why?
Because one thing is a full round action to move, and the other thing is you would need to grab the child. They're not an object. You need to properly reposition them. Either you're walking into the water and then using a standard to grab them, or you're figuring something else out.
I use my 10-foot pole to stick it in front of the child so it can't flow further down the river. As a standard action.
All of that, yeah.
And then I have ant haul, so I lift the child out of the water.
They will have to make a check in order to grab onto the pole and not slide off.
Yeah.
That is literally the best I can do then.
Okay.
Yep.
That will be your turn, and
I still have a move as well, though.
Yep. Do you want to use the move action for anything?
Yeah. So I mean, I would move here after the kid gets pulled out. Right.
So,
like I stick the thing on the kid's shirt, lift them out of the water.
Right.
Put the kid down and then move 30 feet.
In that case, give me a. Give me an attack. Melee attack, because you're trying to not exactly grapple, but you're trying to do a complicated maneuver, which is managing to get the 10-foot pole at maximum reach through the kid's clothes, tangled up, and then pull the child up.
Sounds like it's a pretty dexterous action. Can I use dex instead of strength?
I'll allow you to use if you have weapon finesse, you can use that.
Yes.
All right.
There you go.
I'll allow it. You manage to skewer the kid's clothes and pull them up out of the water. And the kid will be dragged with you here. As you're sort of walking with them on the end of a pole.
Yeah, it's like following down the river as I'm trying to fish them out kind of thing.
Got it. I'll say next turn you'll be able to sort of
put them down,
pull them into the walkway. The walkway does have like a film of water where you are. Like it's underwater, but just by a film. Right. Aaliyah, you're going to be able to see that the kid underwater is still stuck on the walkway. Grigori, it is your turn.
All right, I'm going to continue to run. Would I be able to pull out the rope from my backpack while I run?
Is it a normal backpack?
Yeah,
Or is it a bag of holding?
it's a bag of holding.
Then no.
Yep.
You're gonna need to use a full run action to pull an item out of the bag of holding.
Okay.
In the midst of
Well,
combat.
once he gets there, I guess he would probably just walk up and be like, tie rope to fountain, tie rope to other rope, and I will tie rope to arrow and shoot. Pretty much, I'm just gonna telling them I'm going to be shooting an arrow at this so that they can get down from the roof.
Got it. Aaliyah, it is your turn as you're octopusing around.
Yeah, unfortunately the limits of what I can do are going to be to jet.
Yep.
Here as a full round action. Technically, it's 200 feet of movement, but there's a house. So
yes. So are you trying to bulldoze into the house?
I'm trying to use the house to stop me, so I don't, run past the child. Basically, I want to stay within reach of the child on my next turn. Is essentially my goal.
Got it. Because you moved your token into the house, which is why I'm asking. Are you jetting?
Okay. Well, I didn't.
No, he'd probably like attach onto it and then.
If I'm able to stop here and not, kill the kid by blowing up the house, then that would be ideal. But
yeah, I'll say you can squeeze into the side of the house, stopping yourself there. I don't know. Maybe you wanted to demolish the house.
They do be squishy.
Erica, it is your turn.
Okay. Grigori's doing the rope thing.
You have 20 people holding arms next to you.
Yes. So, well, we can still kind of do that human chain. Robin appears to have the one kid. Aaliyah's doing something with the octopus. We can still try to kind of human chain over to support the rope so they don't lose the grip while they're coming across. Assuming the people are like somewhat burly.
Most of the people here are men, with the exception of
right?
Sorry?
Something. Would that work?
I couldn't hear what you were suggesting or asking about. Got cut off. Erica?
Okay, let me try that again. I don't know what keeps cutting out. Is it worth trying to do the human chain across with the rope? Will that help them not fall off it, or is that even a thing we could try?
It's not going to make a difference between if you add the rope to the human chain. It's not going to make a difference for them in terms of difficulty. Grigori is suggesting doing a zip line with a rope. I don't know if you caught
that. You could tie the rope to the fountain, and I'll tie the ropes together, and then on Grigori's turn, he could fire it.
Yeah, sure.
Or Silera could fire it as well.
Oh, Silera, yeah.
I can do that.
Shout for the people to start securing the rope to the fountain, and then get a couple of the others to go grab some blankets or whatever from the merchant stalls over there, so that they can wrap the kids up when they get over.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they nodded. Yeah, okay. Come on, people, move. And part of them will sort of circle around the fountain, trying to get the rope wound up as tightly as possible, and then hold onto the ends of it. One end of it, sort of essentially doing a pulley around the fountain, and then the rest of them will rush in to look for cloth and clothes and blankets to bring. I'll say that would be your turn, Erica. Sigis, it would be your turn next then.
I'm going to knot the ropes together.
Okay.
And we have 100 feet of rope.
Got it. Silera?
Okay. Assuming someone else had a piece of rope.
Yeah.
Yes, Grigori did, right.
I mean, you would have had to take it out of my bag of holding, but that could have been like a move action, take it out of my bag of holding, because that would have been like taking it off my belt and like trying to open it while I was sprinting.
So are all the ropes tied together?
I'll say you can combine your efforts between Gregorian and Sigas to get the rope, tie it in, prepare it for Celera to shoot.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shoot it.
All right, go for it.
I'm going to, with Grigori's guidance, because, Archer, just make sure where I should aim it so that it's most successful, and then I'll go ahead and I'll shoot.
I'll allow it if Grigori wants to aid another on that attack.
Yeah, for sure.
Give me a unmodified. It doesn't matter.
Oops, sorry. I just.
No, that's good enough.
No, you hit the target.
You already got it. So Celera,
it's a 10 pretty much. So.
Spear the child in the face.
The arrow goes flying, lands next to the teacher, going through the tile on the rooftop, and you'll see the teacher goes over to grab onto the rope, starts pulling it, and sort of looks at the children and looks over at you guys, and sort of she's gesturing at the kids to grab onto the rope. Right. And I'll simply say, Aaliyah, as you're an octopus and you can freely swim, you'll be able to pick up the child from underneath the walkways on your turn, which would be coming up. But we can fall off the initiative as you guys have managed to stabilize the situation. Aaliyah, you swim around, and unless you want to do something else, you can grab the child and get him out of the water.
Absolutely, that was my goal. And then anybody else that needed help after this, honestly, I have 8 tentacles, all with grab. I can literally pick up basically everyone that's trapped and set them on the shore.
So
I have 30-foot reach.
Yeah, so
that's pretty sweet.
Bloop, 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 bloop,
Yep.
bloop.
So eventually what happens is Aaliyah sort of swims around, picks up the child who is unconscious and was drowning, while Robin sort of brings the child back onto the walkway. And a few moments later, with the people helping out, you guys manage to stabilize a zipline, and with the giant octopus handling anyone who might be a little bit weaker or slow or might fall off the zipline, you manage to get everyone back onto safe land.
And I will be turning back into not a scary freaking monster that everyone hates, and back into myself, and then immediately walking up to the drowning child.
Yeah, everyone seemed to be a little bit concerned by the giant octopus until it started bringing the children onto the land, and then they sort of clued in as to what was going on. And on that note, as you guys begin to wrap up the children and the teacher as well, with blankets and move with the people, the rest of the townsfolk into the cathedral, and the waters wash away some of the buildings. That is where we're going to leave it for tonight.
Yay, we did it. We saved the children.
Just
We're the
barely not
heroes.
dead.
We did it.
We're
for half-
heroes.
Except for
I'm
half
gonna
of the town. Where we're
Try
not
to
so much.
remember I have wild shape next time.
Yeah.
Honestly, I literally
okay.
forgot until I was like, wait a minute. I could
I'm
have
a
been in the
druid.
water 10 million years ago and just jet all the way and saved everyone.
Oh my
when
god, I'm a druid.
I'm
Wait
not
a
joking.
minute.
That's literally what happened. I'm not
Hey,
joking.
that
You can-
sounds familiar. Shoot.
It's when I was playing a cleric before and I forgot that I could cast spells.
Oh my god, I'm a cleric.
No. Yeah. So the issue is, Face Speaker specifically alters the rate at which you acquire wild shape. I misread it as you don't get wild shape, and then I was like, wait a minute. So you gain wild shape at 6th rather than 4th, and then everything else is 2 levels later. So I only have access to the one that would normally be at 8th level right now, which is still B shape 3. So I can still make myself a huge octopus. So
Nice.
yeah.
All right.
Anyways, yeah.
You.
On that note, session is over, so I'm gonna call the stream. So bye, stream.
Bye,
Bye, stream.
Bye bye.
Bye, stream.
Yeah.